There he goes. There we go. We back. We back. And yeah, this is the hoodie. Bro, this hoodie is sick. I love it. I'm going to enjoy watching the new season of My Hero Academia in it. We're going to get a lot of streams out of this bad boy. Yes, sir. Y'all matching now. I got my Dragon Ball Z blanket. I got my... If you've seen Dragon Ball Super, sorry, not Z. Got my fucking hoodie. I guess it doesn't really have anything. Oh, no, it has stuff on the back, too. Holy crap, it has stuff on the back. That's crazy. I want to watch Daima so bad. I'm going to have to start that shit this weekend. I'm going to have to start watching it this weekend for sure. Super was so far Super was my favorite. I love Dragon Ball Super, dude. It was so good. Dude, I hope Daima is as good as Super. Apparently, Daima is it made Dragon Ball GT canon. Apparently. We'll see.
It all started with an idea.
I haven't played this yet, but I want to so bad. It's already out.
What if we could bring the past to life? All I can say is, I hope you know what you're doing.
Apparently the dinosaurs actually fight each other too. I want to play it so bad. Bro, like, I got the tingles whenever Goku got Autonomous Ultra Instinct for the first time. I was like, what is that? The first time I saw it, I was like, what the fuck is that? I didn't think there was anything above the Super Saiyan God, and then like he's got like fucking Autonomous Ultra Instinct, and I was like, what is that? That looks sick. And then he just goes head to head with Jiren. Bro, oh my god, the clashes in that goddamn show. Woo! Man, just thinking about it gets me pumped. What a fucking phenomenal show, by the way. Oh, damn. Okay, here we go, boys. So, apparently the duck game that we covered a little bit of it. It was called Duckov. It's like Torkov only with ducks. Apparently it sold more copies than Battlefield 6. Yet and yet again, these indie games keep wiping these studios.
Our budget and just exploded.
Hold on. So check out Bellular News if you've never heard of him. Quit living under a damn rock. Go check him out. He's awesome.
On social media. All your friends start posting in Discord. We all pile in to see what's going on.
You know what's crazy? Is the reason why this game blew up the way it did was because of Queso. Now, that I'm not going to take away from the fact that it's a good game. First and foremost. But there are a lot of good indie games that don't get anywhere near as much friction as this game got. This game, everybody was playing this game, bro. It was a freaking awesome game to watch.
And this is happening more and more. Take Peak, that was the
Peak,
big
yep.
summer sensation game of this type. But here's the thing. There's one of them that's just been viral, and it's very, very different. The game is Escape from Duckov. It's got 2 million sales. It has higher player counts than Battlefield 6. And it's a single-player game about ducks. One that I'd bet most of you have never played or never heard of, unless you're
This is a single-player game? Is this real?
Steam all the time. Here's a secret. It's a secret we're going to let you in on. Just like the titular ducks, there is a lot more going on underneath the surface of this game. And by a lot more going on, I mean something to the tune of about $11.3 billion. Okay, we've seen 2 recent viral hits in Steam. One of them fits the pattern perfectly. It's called RV There Yet. It's a co-op physics game
It's
about
actually single player.
RV home. It's wacky, it's fun, it's got 2 million sales, with just over 100,000 concurrent players. The story behind it's nice too. Nugget Entertainment just made it from a game jam project. Basically, they wanted to put it out, and then it absolutely...
You know what I hear whenever I heard they made it from a game jam project? I heard that what happened is that the studios pulled up the ladder on these indie developers, and now these indie developers are making games that are dwarfing these big developers. So guess what? Get fucked, big developers. That's what you get for trying to ladder up. That's what you get. You want to ladder up and make the ceiling so high that people can't get to it? This is what you get. Hopefully we can start seeing this in the economy as well.
Absolutely blew up because of social media. Just quite lovely, but it's also familiar and less newsworthy. Yes, co-op games spread like wildfire.
That game was boring. I played that game and I made a couple videos out of it. That game was boring. I didn't like that game. It wasn't even all that scary.
Actually clip-friendly ones. We've seen that a lot. This next game,
that one was funny.
Success, is the weird one. It's Escape from Duckov. As I said, 2 million sales in just 2 weeks. What it is a single-player extraction shooter. It sells for $16, which is a fair bit more than the under $10 of many other similar scoped games. But it shares some meme potential because everyone's a duck. People like ducks. But here's the thing. There's no multiplayer social spread. There's none of the network effect. So here's the question. How can this game get more concurrent players than Battlefield 6? Where at one point, this was the 5th most played game on Steam. First, the obvious thing.
Crazy! That's insane! And that's the thing, is that that's not even just a PC game. Yeah, the name of the game is also catchy. But here's the kicker. That's only on Steam. We don't know what the numbers are for Xbox and PlayStation yet.
It basically sounds like a shitpost. It's a name clearly riffing on Escape from Tarkov. And it just so happened to launch right before Tarkov hit Steam. That's pretty big, getting to market before Tarkov lands on PC's biggest platform. With a name like that is definitely one way to guarantee an audience. But as a game, it's not a shitpost. By all accounts, it is a very solid single-player top-down extraction shooter. That just so happens to be one where everyone is a duck. Now, it was made by Team Soda, and obviously Team Soda identified a gap in the market. After they did that, well, they got a really good hook with their aesthetic choices, but most importantly, they're actually delivering gameplay that is great and that you can't really get elsewhere. Seemingly in spite of everyone asking for it, where there just aren't any big single-player extraction shooters. So putting that all together, we can see how this actually found some fans. But here's the real point of the video. We looked into how this game even happened, and that's a far more interesting story, because there's a big difference between finding fans and then getting this scale of success. So first, let's look at the developers. First off, it's not their debut. 2021 Snake Force was riffing off, of course, the mobile game Snake, and it grew from a 2017 Ludum Dare entry. Then 2022 Soda Crisis is a 2D platform shooter, which is a good enough recipe for a dev finding their feet.
That's cool.
New things. But neither of them took off like Duckov did, even though Soda Crisis shared a publisher with Duckov. And, this is the big thing, shared a parent company. That parent company being Bilibili. They are a Chinese social media platform who are worth $11.3 billion. And what that means is this isn't really an indie game. I want you to imagine if TikTok had a game publishing wing, because that is essentially what we're looking at here. They've got a wide variety of
sucks.
titles under their publishing wing, loads of mobile things like Azure Lane, of course, but they've spent years working on traditional video games like Soda Crisis as well. Now, of course, we can't know the exact impact of having one of the world's biggest social media.
So that means that it technically was never an indie game. It was built by a billion-dollar corporation. I mean, I'd still probably play it. For me, I like the idea that it's single player. I don't know why, but I absolutely loved Call of Duty Zombies, where it was the Extraction. I think that was... I don't even know what version of the game that was. I played that and 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 played that, dude. I don't know why. I was so addicted to that Zombies. I was so addicted to that game.
The platforms behind you, but if you wanted marketing and audience fit data, you could certainly have a worse publisher. And because of that, I think we're getting closer to why Duckov was able to find success. There are loads of successful elements that all add up to a viral hit. And hey, maybe you're a game developer and you can reverse engineer this to get your own viral hit. But I'm not going to waste your time stating the obvious, so let's talk about the one big element that you can't see. Comparing the Steam reviews for our viral games tells all here. It's not perfect, but you can generally map regional success against language reviews. And here's what we see when we look at Are We There Yet over on Steam Scout. 51% English reviews, kind of staggering 20% Russian, and I mean, kind of makes sense. It's a bunch of lads in the wilderness solving logistical problems. Makes sense. That resonates across borders. Of course, to get a viral hit, you usually need healthy international sales, and in this case, well, it did excellently, but in this case, some regions don't seem to...
I'm not a big fan of Pirate Software, but the way he develops, the way he sells his games to different countries makes sense. You're not going to charge... So, in America, because we're retarded and we like to spend a lot of money that we don't have, to the point where we're taking out loans, for example, you wouldn't sell... They sell us $80 games now. Like, $80 games. You couldn't sell that you couldn't sell a game of the same caliber, even if it's AAA, in a foreign country like Brazil for $70 or $80, because they don't have that kind of money. You have to meet them at the market. They're able to do it here because we hate ourselves, I guess. I don't know. There's no consumer protection here. But in every other country, usually you can't just sell a game at $80. You have to meet the country's market where the cap is. You have to go based on their income. That's how you make sales.
Have that cultural affection for RVs, which is understandable. But Duckov is a very different picture. You see, Duckov's success is almost entirely contained in one region. You see, more than 75% are Chinese language reviews. And that's actually went down. It was nearly 80% last week, so we're seeing it spread internationally. Maybe this video could help. And it's the reason why we felt we had to highlight this game to talk about Escape from Duckov, because it's a viral game that effectively has not needed English-speaking audiences to find success. Now, of course, the English-speaking audience...
Does it even have, like, actual dialogue in the game? I don't even think it... Why would it have dialogue? They're ducks, right? So, like...
does clearly matter for international sales. The devs have been releasing all their comms in English. But Duckov found success on Steam with English language reviews being only 10% of their audience. Now, we've seen this from other games from Chinese developers. Black Myth Wukong was a massive success story with nearly 90% of its reviews being Chinese.
God, damn. Look at that. That's crazy.
Same goes with...
Look at all those reviews. They're all, like, above 90. And they didn't give this Game of the Year? They didn't give Black Myth Wukong Game of the Year. What a bunch of bull.
Some more recent games like Wuchang Fallen Feathers, but in all three cases, the conversation...
Damn, they did not like that game in China. They did not like that game in China, brother. Of course, Americans, the gluttons for fucking punishment. 70%, you dumbasses.
Has been about the game's massive success. But you watching this video...
They did not like that game.
...are not the ones who are playing these games. Even...
Wukong was such an amazing game. That was an amazing experience.
as we're seeing press and streamers talking about them. To make sense of this.
And then the American games, they just give it to Astro Bot, man. It's such crap. It's such crap.
Got a graph. And this is something that we've actually saw in Hollywood for years. Often not to great success. Looking at you guys, legendary pictures, just shoehorning stuff in. But basically, Chinese films can have incredible success. As an example, this year's Ninja 2 with $2 billion at the box office. Pretty big. Personally, I'd never heard of it.
We live in a market now where the American audience has single-handedly cannibalized every filmmaking studio in America and gaming development company because they're too busy trying to go woke. That overseas companies are now like eating the market. They're coming out with games that Americans have wanted for years now, and they are just raking in the dough, bruh.
Films like that are functionally invisible to most English-speaking audiences. It's kind of rare you get something like RRR that seems to actually blast out way beyond its initial market. Now, in games, this will matter because in previous decades, China's
man, I got struck for all those videos, all those trailers. I got struck for every one of those trailers, man. I was so pissed. I had to remove so much video and dialogue out of that. I did it, but like, it sucks because they're such a good trailers.
On its initial market. Now, in games, this will matter because in previous decades, China's gaming output was understood to be heavily skewed. It was mostly mobile games or multiplayer free-to-play games. But that's actually shifting here. It seems audience demand for single-player games like Duck Of is actually a thing in that region. And it's also for big games like Black.
I hated whenever we were living through the cusp of all these online-only games. I hated it so much. I'm so happy. I'm so happy it's over with. I noticed it a lot with Call of Duty games whenever they were first coming out. And then there were just online-only games everywhere. And I was like, dude, please, enough of this.
Myth Wukong, or things like Marvel Rivals. And what they actually show is the health of China's AAA game development industry. Now, obviously, compared to the other two, Duck Of is just a wee bit smaller and probably a wee bit cheaper to develop. But right now, what we're seeing is a key difference here: distribution and visibility. So it's not just that games can have massive success in their home regions, it's that now everyone is sharing the same platforms. And that's why a lot of Steam's expansion in China does actually matter, because, well, we all also use Steam. It's effectively a global equalizer because nobody seems to be enforcing the region lock to the Steam China platform. And that's the thing that's fascinating. And back in March of this year, Game Discover Co. reported on a GDC talk that came from Valve. In that talk, they said that more than 66% of Steam users now have a primary language other than English. And in today's story, we see that data. Yet no one is reporting in English on the latest games that are topping Steam China's player charts. And that underreporting matters because what we actually see in the numbers is that the global games economy is extremely visible and it is being participated in. It's not just a small English language region.
You know, you got a good point. A lot of the Asian countries, they have a lot more population. They're so much more densely populated than we are. So it would make sense that I wonder if you tried to do like an inflation counter on that. I wonder if it would even out or if it'd even be less. Because let's say we have like 300 million people here, right? In the US. They could have like 700 or 800 million there. Who knows? Who knows how many people they could have there? They have a lot. I know it's very dense. It's so dense that they have to build their buildings up, straight up in the air, okay? It's densely populated. So I wonder if it's not inflated because their population is inflated, you know, if that makes any sense. You bring up a good point. They do have a way more people than we do.
Take this chart from the Apelian State of Gaming report, where it suggests the difference between Soda Crisis and Duck Off, where the Chinese language MAUs in Steam more than doubled between the two releases, and spending in the region has contributed to a third of global growth since 2011. A third. So that's a lot being driven by China. But even with that, they only spend 20% of their money on non-Chinese titles. Now, on this channel, we've talked before about how games like Monster Hunter Wilds have been having massive success in China despite this. And with Duckov, we're seeing traditional viral game stuff, but happening almost entirely within one region. But here's the thing, it does not have to stay that way. It probably won't stay that way, and that is what's going to actually change what you see on Steam, and perhaps even how games even get made. Alright, all of this stuff could kind of sit in parallel, right? Where there's us in the West doing our thing, and over in China, they're doing their thing, and neither of us really cross over. And certainly for some genres and some games, that will happen. But it doesn't have to just be that. Because something you may not have noticed is that Steam has started getting new FMV games every week, because it turns out games like that are popular in China and Korea. They're essentially based on
so because they're making a lot of sales in China, they're going to start porting over more and more games for Chinese people. That's crazy.
Soapy micro drama format that's kind of everywhere on their regional social media. Now that's a whole type of video game that we weren't really making in the West, but that they are making, that is now on our Steam. Meaning it's a whole new type of game that simply was not available before. At least not at this level of quality or approachability. And at the same time, we're seeing new takes on existing genres like, say, the extraction shooter. That's how we're getting great games, like Duckov. So even if it is mostly Chinese players giving
I think that was one of the biggest turnoffs for me whenever I would always play Call of Duty. It was that Zombies Extraction one. I didn't like that it had to be played online. I don't like that. I feel like I'd probably really get into this game. I really do. And then because it's single player, it means you can mod the hell out of it too.
Its viral success, everyone benefits. Because gaming has always been global. People like playing games. What has not been global, though, is the distribution. And so with Steam being global and the hard firewall with Steam China not really being a thing, well, we've actually just seen the industry change. And it means that much of the doom and gloom may only be West-specific, may only be USA-specific. See, there's a tendency for audiences speaking our language, speaking English, to hyper-focus on the United States. I mean, see our previous video on the game market crash for that one. The rest of the world has always been producing games as well. The difference is that now we actually all get to benefit from that. And certainly, if you are in America and you want the American games industry to do better, you'll certainly have some competition globally.
I think competition is good.
And while we're talking,
competition is the reason why these developers are now firing a bunch of people. Competition is the best thing for a monopoly. It helps them thrive. Competition is amazing. I love to see it. So Trump is insistent on testing these new nukes.
Retired General Jack Keane, a Fox News senior strategic analyst. We're going to ask you to talk about it. What do we know about this in context?
Yeah, well, I think a couple things. It's been rumored for years that Russia and China have been testing nuclear weapons. I mean, our intelligence services know the answer to that question. I don't ask questions like that, so I honestly don't know.
Okay.
But I think that is what he's referring to here. And I think one of the things we will do, and that is we're replacing our nuclear weapons. And while we will not, there's no plans that I'm aware of, except for what the president is saying here, to test the explosive side of the nuclear weapon. We test the subcritical systems routinely. And given we've got new weapons, we're going to test those subsystems for sure. And I think one of the things that's operating here possibly is the president is taking a stand with Putin always brandishing and threatening the use of nuclear escalation in Ukraine. And recently referred to in that interview, you know, he tested it.
It's the only reason. It is the only reason why we haven't used more lethal force as Americans towards Putin and his aggression towards the Ukraine. It's because he has nuclear weapons. We are pussyfooting around with Vladimir Putin because he has nukes. That's why. That's why we're pussyfooting around.
A nuclear underwater drone powered by, it could carry a nuclear weapon and also a cruise missile. He wasn't testing the nuclear piece of it, he was testing the delivery system. And he's always threatening, if you do X, I'm going to elevate and possibly use a nuclear weapon. That actually paralyzed the Biden administration, to be quite frank about it, because we delayed tanks being brought into the country doing that. We delayed HIMARS because of it. Then we delayed ATACMS because of it. And we delayed F-16s. All of that did what? It protracted the war. So I think that's another thing in the background here for the president. He's not going to submit to that kind of threats. And I believe he believes, like most of us do, those are hollow threats being made by Putin to intimidate us and coerce us into behavior that he favors. Yeah. So more to follow.
Well, it worked with Sleepy Joe Biden, but it's not going to work with Trump. And hopefully with whatever president we get after Trump, it won't work either. Because the thing is that the only people that should decide if they should give up land to Vladimir is the Ukrainians. It shouldn't be the U.S., it shouldn't be Israel, it shouldn't be anybody other than the Ukraine. And it should be their decision to give up their land for peace. And if they don't want to do that, they shouldn't have to do that. Honestly.
Certainly this issue.
Let's talk about Africa. It's a story that's kind of gone under the radar, but there is a lot of action in that continent now. He was asked about Nigeria and the persecution of Christians.
We're not going to cover that again. We covered that yesterday. We don't care.
About me. Right-wingers believe nothing and know even less. Streamer Asmongold rendered speechless by Hassan's use of gamer slur. Well,
gamer
slur. So just to give you a sense, he said right-wingers believe nothing and know even less. And this is the video he's responding to.
Everybody knows this.
Shut the f up, you stupid.
It's like you would think that they insulted, like, his mother or something.
Stupid f***ing idiotic old lady.
Yes.
He's saying this to a lady that doesn't like communism, but it's funny that he's saying all this towards somebody who doesn't like communism, and he doesn't live in a communist country. He lives in a capitalist country, which, by the way, for the most part is a democracy at this point, and he's like a millionaire, so...
With your idiot. Stupid flipping gamer headset. Who is...
Gamer headset.
Meanwhile, the actual video.
We have endured suffering under the communist regime.
He went viral because of this. Again, by the way. He just cannot. He just can't.
Yo, fuck this refugee, okay?
You know, it's exactly what I was saying before. Because the war in Gaza's over. His audience is turning against him because he's their new plaything. Used to, it was them waving the flags against Gaza and what was going on there. And now, it's him. Doesn't matter what he's going to do. Doesn't matter what he's going to say. Bro could be an angel sent by God himself. He's going to be the next person they alienate. 100%. 100%.
Flipping this South Vietnamese motherfucking whatever, like Christian supremacist psychotic.
Whenever you're a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. Everything looks like a nail. Everything.
What the hell are you talking about?
Why don't you go back and live in South Vietnam in the same conditions? Be careful, be careful. No, I hate these people, dude.
So you know what? Since Hassan lies like he breathes, we're dropping another shot collar.
Damn! He just said it, too.
No, I'm not letting you get away with this. Enough of this shit. Enough of this. You literally do that. Give me an example, dickhead. This is the type of shit that I hate so much. It's always vague posting. You do that too. When your dog got electrocuted, you spun the fact that it wasn't a buzzer. It's not. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yep. Come on, man.
Come on, man. What do you mean, come on, man?
Come on, man.
Exactly what's going to happen. The other side knows, but I'm not somebody.
Man, you zapped the dog. And he's going to shock the dog again.
Yo, I'm sorry. That's funny, again. Dude. So this went absolutely... So, like, the clip itself went viral, right? and then Asmon reacted to it, and then XQC reacted to that, and now I'm gonna react to XQC reacting to asmongold reacting to this clip. We need someone in either the top left or the bottom right corner. Feel free to, use my video, use one of theirs. Who cares? Just use it. Let's fill these corners up, guys. But while we're at it, let's get these lines on the side too. I have no shame in what I do. I believe in asmongold's ABCs. Always be cheating. Yes, sir.
Advertisers are leaving Twitch.
Why advertisers are leaving Twitch. By the way, XQC crew, if you want me to take it down, just send me a comment. Leave a comment. You can also just send a takedown request. You can send me an email. Email is in the channel thing. Please don't strike it. I will take it down. Just let me know.
Fuck your life, bitch. Fuck your life, bitch. Say I'm fucking racist. Came over my eyes. Fuck you. Fucking hate me. Fucking hate me. I'm recurring.
Oh my god. The kids.
What the fuck?
This went super mega viral.
Why such like losing advertisers? You think I give a fuck what some limp dick executive at Nike thinks about this? What some fat fucking Karen that works at the PR department at Adidas thinks about this?
Amen.
I laugh my fucking ass off at this.
It's crazy how the people that work for these companies, they don't even understand what kind of company they work for, yet they want to shut down advertisement. You realize that Adidas or Vans or all these other companies that are these big multi-billion-dollar companies are literally paying for a form of underpaid labor in a foreign country? And you want to sit here and tell me what my morals should be? Go fuck yourself.
This is hilarious. You cry about this for what?
It's just funny, dude.
This shit for?
Man, we used to do this kind of stuff in high school. We used to make fun of each other, man. I used to have so many friends that were like different races. I don't understand how you could blow something so like, it's not honest. What's the word I'm looking for? Something so harmless out of proportion. Because it's harmless. No one's being hurt. No one's actually throwing hands. It's funny. And they both know it's funny. That's why they're doing it.
And people are saying, oh, dude, losing advertisers. Brother, advertisers are going to go into a space they don't understand it. The reality is that dumb shit people have been doing for fucking years, okay? People are doing it for decades, and it's not going anywhere. People do dumb shit. People do...
Like, I don't agree with a lot of the comedy nowadays. It's okay to make fun of one race, but not all of them. How's that even fair? I think it's wrong. I think that if a black person makes fun of a white person, that's okay. But if a white person makes fun of a black person, God fucking have mercy on everyone's soul who even snarks at it. Like, get out of here, man. It's funny. If you tell a funny joke and it's funny, it's funny. That's just all there is to it. Like, you don't have to take everything so serious. When you go to a comedy club, you don't have to insult the comedian on the stage. You're there to have fun. Have fun. Take a break. Chill. Like...
fucking whatever. It is what it is. And I think people understand this, right? And streaming is that people are showing themselves on camera all day. What happens when you do that? Sometimes you get some good, nice, normal moves. Sometimes you do some dumb shit. It is what it is. If advertisers want to come and say, oh, guys, if we give money, then it can't be like this. Okay, then you can't advertise.
That's one of the reasons why, like, if I ever actually start pulling in a lot of viewers and stuff, I don't think I would want advertisers like that because I don't want to deal with them. I just don't. Like, I would rather get money from the community itself than to have to worry about advertisers. Because they're always going to try to do some form of strong-arming to make you do things that they want you to do and not what you want to do. And it just sucks the life out of everything. Because now you're stressed about what the advertisers are going to think And it's like, dude, like, that's not... I get that it's a job, but if you're going to do something like YouTube or stream all the time, you could at least have fun with it.
There is companies that will still advertise people doing dumb shit without being over the line. That's what I say. But the clip is still wild, though. The clip is still wild, though. But, yeah.
Look at this, bro. It's like 2 special ed kids get a lot, and you doing the same thing. You're making fun of kids that get special ed. They act the same age as their audience.
Certified by
What, are you surprised? Like, what's wrong with that? What do you mean, like a 19-year-old can't have fun? You mean if you mean you was never 19? You were never 19? Oh, right. Of course. Of course. What a limp dick loser, bro. Because the roast is being broadcast on a platform that's apparently completely against.
Guys, if I do this bit, I'm terminated on all my accounts. But
Bro, low key, no joke. No joke. Bro, spitting facts right now. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. If there was a white dude that was actually involved in that, he would be donezo. The bias is just, it's sick. It's disgusting. People all the time, they scream about racism. Like, how is it that if a white dude had done the same thing, the racism against him would have been hypercharged? But we're the racist ones? Come on.
when I see it, though, if it's just funny because it's outrageous, I can still laugh because it's outrageous. But if I do it, I'm cooked.
It's racism. Well, I mean, nobody gives a shit about this. Like, nobody, like, the only
Yeah,
time that...
look at the 3 white dudes on the screen. We could never do something like this. But if 2 other people do it, it's hilarious, right? That's what I'm trying to lay across, you know?
Pretends to care is that if it's somebody that they don't like.
Chat, and guys, I'm not trying to be weird, chat. I'm trying to be weird, okay? But by the way they do it, chat, you can tell they've done this shit a fucking hundreds of times with one another off stream. Brother, this is like second nature to them. Are you kidding me?
No, yeah, it is. It totally is.
He's at the face, ready to go out of his pocket.
And you know what really sucks is that if you're a white guy and you were in this situation, you would have easily done it off stream. But because you're on stream, you wouldn't be able to. You would have that second of like, you would start to do it and then you'd be like, oh my God, I almost ruined my life. You would have to. You'd have to stop. It sucks. It's so stupid.
Fucking racist came over my eyes. Fuck you.
You know, that will never not be funny.
The kids are gonna be okay.
Jesus, that's crazy. Man, the stance at the end.
Oh, dude, that's just too good. Let me see if I can find something real quick. Hold on. Can I find it? That's the question. Where is it at? Where is it at? Ah, no! Did I miss it? Hold on. Let me see if it'll pop up now. Hold on. Aha! Found it. There we go. Bro, this killed me. This absolutely killed me whenever I saw it the first time. Just think of all the illegal immigrants that we have here in America now that are driving these trucks. Oh, dude. Oh my god, dude. I saw that whenever I was using the bathroom. And I just started dying, bro. Oh, dude, I just couldn't. I couldn't. Oh, fuck, man. It was so good. This is what we're doing with AI now. The human race is cooked. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, fuck, bro. Oh, so apparently there was gonna be a terrorist attack on Halloween. Time to get serious.
Breaking tonight, we're learning new details of the ISIS-inspired terror attack allegedly planned for Halloween in suburban Detroit. That reported plot was foiled by the FBI. It's a story we first brought you Friday. 2 men are in custody tonight. The details of the scheme are actually chilling. Correspondent David Spont starts us off tonight with that story. Good evening, David.
Brett,
I didn't know about this.
We are learning this investigation into what could have been a Halloween massacre began months ago. It involved surveillance from poll cameras and encrypted chats. 2 men appeared this afternoon in a federal courtroom in Michigan and are facing charges in what authorities say is an ISIS-inspired terror attack that, if the suspect...
This should terrify you as an American. This could be going on anywhere in the country right now because of all the uproar that's going on. This could happen anywhere right now.
Were successful would have likely taken place on Halloween in a Detroit suburb. Investigators say the men used the term pumpkins as a code word for a possible attack on LGBTQ bars or clubs. Mohamed Ali and Mashid Mahmoud, along with the juvenile referred to as person number 1, are accused of plotting this mass shooting. According to court documents, Ali was practicing shooting at a local gun range. There were messages between the alleged suspects about planning the attack, but of course it never happened. On Friday, authorities conducted searches in both Dearborn and nearby Inkster, Michigan. Officials moved in and recovered 3 AR-15 style rifles, 2 shotguns, 4 handguns, and more than 1,600 rounds of ammunition, GoPro cameras, tactical vests, and other gear. FBI Director Kash Patel posting on social media today in part, the FBI acted fast, followed the evidence, and likely saved countless lives. A lawyer for one of the men said this was a case of, quote, hysteria, that all male group of suspects...
They were able to find these guys and throw their ass in jail before they ended up hurting a lot of people. But they can't seem to get these people that are online making threats towards other people? Like what happened with Kirk? Interesting.
16 to 20 were role-playing computer gamers and that no terror event was planned. The DOJ thinks differently. Both men could face up to 15 years behind bars.
That's
and
it?
Remain behind bars with a detention hearing set for next week. The unnamed juvenile, Brett, has not been charged at this time. Back to you.
Okay, David, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest.
The 2 Michigan men who are facing federal charges in an alleged ISIS-inspired plot to carry out a deadly Halloween terror attack are appearing in court. They did appear in court yesterday. They're each facing a single count of transferring weapons and ammo for terrorism. Federal authorities also releasing photos showing the suspects at gun stores and shooting ranges before that plot was foiled. Former DHS advisor Charles Marino joins me now. And Charles, what authorities seized is absolutely terrifying. 3 AR-15 style rifles, 2 shotguns, 4 handguns, over 1,600 rounds of ammunition, a flash suppressor, and tactical vests.
How the hell you even get your hands on that much Bro, like, how you get your hands on that much artillery in today's economy? That must have cost easily like $10,000. Easily. Just the ammo alone. How? Where are you getting money from to afford this? A part of me thinks that this isn't just an attempted terrorist ISIS-like plot. Might have actually been funded by some form of terrorist organization. Honestly. How can someone afford that much ammo? That's insanity. 1,600 rounds of ammunition? That's right. Someone's funding this shit. Who's paying for this? 3 ARs? Bro, ARs are like $900 a pop. That alone is like $3K. Shotguns, that's another like $500-600. 4 handguns, depending on the type, they could each be anywhere from like a couple hundred to a couple thousand. They had GoPros, tactical vests. Come on. GoPro alone's like $400. And they had like all that ammo, bro.
Charles, how did the FBI catch these guys and prevent a tragedy?
No.
You know, the FBI did a great job getting on this case very early based on online indicators.
It kind of makes me wonder if the person that's funding it isn't somebody in like... So hear me out. It's going to be a hot take. Maybe it's a Democrat that wants to escalate the, current state of events to its breaking point, to cause an all-out, like, civil war. And they were going to use these guys on Halloween to do it. But the FBI stepped in and stopped them. Someone paid for all that. Who paid for it?
In addition to other evidence to thwart this attack from happening. So good work on the
Just like all those masks that were being dropped off at those rallies in LA before they cut the funding to that one organization and all the things stopped in LA. Someone's funding this. They need to figure out who. Because I guarantee you they're not the only ones that are being funded if that's the case.
But the bigger picture for the American public is that radical Islamic extremism is alive and well in the United States. And it's tied to that failed experiment of unchecked mass migration into the country. You know, when we used to talk about radicalization, Todd, we used to talk about it occurring through travel to special interest locations in the Horn of Africa or to the Middle East or online.
We got this shit in our own suburbs now. We have a problem.
Now it's taking place within our own borders in addition to online. And it's a very dangerous situation when you have a society, a city like Dearborn, with the largest Arab American and Islamic population in the country, that's allowed to seal itself off from American culture and values. We have to expect that this is going to happen from a portion of that population.
And Charles, that is the key thing going forward, because obviously we're so happy we caught these guys now, prevented a tragedy, but thousands upon thousands, maybe even in the millions of people crossed our border under the Biden administration unchecked. We don't know a lot about them. They can be in these tiny cells, lone wolves, regardless. And the FBI has its work cut out for them, not trying just to get these guys that they caught in Michigan, but every single one of those groups, those individuals that could be possibly doing this. And that is terrifying. Before we let you go, I want to get your thoughts on this. Idaho police releasing new pictures of the leather knife sheath that Brian Koberger left behind after killing 4 University of Idaho students back in 2022. It's all part of a 2,300-page document.
That's crazy. That's crazy, dude.
She did drop an apology.
So we're actually going to cover this entire video. It's 19 minutes long, so by the time we get done with it, it's going to be a little bit late. But this has to do... Actually, let me go use the bathroom right quick. Okay. We back. Let's roll it. So this is the girl that essayed that autistic guy. They ruined his family, and well, his mom. He told his mom, and his mom cried for like a month, and it affected him in a way. You know, he's got to get some therapy, all that stuff. And then she doubled down and called him a little bitch. That's where we're at with
drop
this.
an apology for sexually assaulting 2 people. She's holding this guy down. Real weird, like, sexual assault.
So the black girl that was in this, the one that bites people, she actually kind of roached out pretty quick, from what I understand.
The person who was the victim right here says thank you.
You guys literally saved me. I'm not even joking. That's embarrassing for him as a guy. Why was he a bitch? Stop being a crybaby. You a pussy.
So she did drop an apology for sexually assaulting 2 people, and
From what I understand, it was 100% chat GBT. It was made by AI. So she didn't even come up with the apology herself. She typed it into chat GBT and had it do it.
doing it 4 times. I want to start off by saying that my actions and words are inexcusable, and I am in no way defending them. I will not deflect from my wrongdoings, and I will speak on my truth. Okay, so you're now, okay, all right, my truth. Okay, so now we're in that situation. Okay, we're in a my truth situation. And yeah, and she probably wrote this herself. I mean, no AI would use my truth. Only a retard would. As there have been many clips circulating and spreading false and skewed narratives. Really?
How is it false and skewed? The guy obviously said he didn't want it. And then after you can see him crying, he's not even crying, he's bawling in a chair, sobbing. But somehow it's a skewed narrative? What kind of mental gymnastics did you have to come up with that?
False and skewed. Which part of this is false and skewed? Whenever you said that you beat your brother so bad that your family had to leave the country because they were going to arrest your dad, and Child Protective Services were going to take you away from your family, like, which part of that, whenever you explained it, which part of that was false or skewed whenever you were the one that said it? Or what about whenever you were on video doing it? Like, it's on video, you're doing it. You're caught, yeah, you're literally caught in 4K. I don't know what to say. Beat him until he was disabled, in her own words. I don't know if he was disabled, right? I'm not sure about that.
Well, she would beat him until he turned 16. So she beat him until he was old enough to fight back, essentially.
And but let me go back and see if I can read it. First and foremost, the comments I made about the situation with Saeed were completely misunderstood. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. You're a toxic, disgusting, ratchet, Cardi wannabe fucking bitch. That's what you are.
And she went on record 2 different times, once at that after party thing, and then another whenever she was just addressing it, and called him a pussy and a bitch both times. Are you stupid?
That's what you will always be.
You're not sorry. You're not sorry that you did what you did, and then you doubled down twice and died on that hill twice. You're sorry that it's not working.
Even at the end of this, after all of this goes away and you're going to move on eventually with your life, you will still be a disgusting bitch.
Yep.
You will be. Because you can't even take accountability. Even now, where you get banned for the 2nd time because another clip gets resurfaced of you sexually assaulting another streamer, and you're gonna do it again. By the way, you're gonna do it again.
It happened again because there was a guy that was laying on he laid flat on a massage table, and she then proceeded to touch all over him and on his buttocks, while the guy did not consent, and he said he felt really uncomfortable and he didn't want it, but he just kind of went with it for the moment, and he said he really wished he hadn't.
Now, people might say, "Oh, how do you know that?" I know that because she's not even admitting that she did anything wrong. She's a disgusting bitch. This is amazing.
Well, the thing is, the thing is that she won't admit anything that she's done wrong because she really is just that much of a disgusting human being that you're never going to get an honest apology out of her. You're just not. Because again, she's not sorry that she did what she did. She's sorry she got caught.
By the public, and I regret not choosing my words more carefully. You should regret speaking at all. You should have never talked about it. It's never embarrassing to be harmed or to speak about it ever. What I intended on expressing is that it's incredibly inconsiderate to bring up a friend's trauma in a joking manner and weaponize it against someone on a huge platform that could re-traumatize the person harmed. So she's trying to...
She's trying to... Wow, that's impressive. She's trying to say that how dare the people keep bringing up this trauma and that people aren't considerate for the victim. And it's like, are you dumb? That's crazy, dude. That's actually insane.
Say that me making a video about this, I'm the one that's in the wrong because I'm making this person re-experience it. I can instantly disprove this. Saeed follows me on Twitter, and he personally reached out and he said, thank you for covering it. He did.
Damn. Get wrecked, ho.
You're lying. You're emotionally manipulating. And I apologize to him if that's leaking it, but I don't want to have this parasite have even the slightest way of getting out of this.
Mm-hmm.
This absolute parasite. Yeah, another line.
Bro, W. Asmongold.
Yeah, so she's lying. She's literally she's trying to make an emotional play here, and there's just not one to be made. That's not it. She's manipulating.
Saeed is the person that was essayed in the clip.
It. Yeah, and so even the part about this that she's trying to say that like I'm somehow taking advantage of this, the person appreciated it. Yeah, so like what are we talking about here? As that is the only opinion that matters in this situation. Well, apparently not. I should have chosen my words more wisely and spoken with more empathy instead of rushing my way through it and accidentally implicating things that I don't truly believe. I'm deeply sorry for the way that I addressed the situation, and it was never my
That's a lie. That's a lie. Lie.
Intent to make matters worse. Surely, and okay, we've got another page.
Holy God.
Oh God, there's 3 of them.
Oh God.
Okay, yeah. We'll read the rest of it. Might as well, right? And prior to the situation escalating, as soon as I was notified that he was deeply hurt and wanted to reach out to me, I was able to message Saeed several times and apologize for my actions. Well, you said that you weren't though, right? Because if you were able to apologize to him directly, then why were you asking for his phone number, but it was never given to you? Because like that, remember, like, because you were asking him.
I think it's a good thing they didn't give that phone number to her, because I feel like what she would have done is she would have just leaked it anyway.
To people for his phone number, and they didn't give you his phone number. So like, how did that happen? Like, I don't know about this. What about the second girl? I have no idea.
She roached out, bro. She went silent. She apologized and then went silent. That's what I'm saying. She roached out. She didn't want none of this.
Does this apology even happen? Because I'm leaning towards no. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. And if she didn't get banned, even if people had talked about it, she wouldn't have apologized either. No. The only reason she's doing it is to try to express some sort of fake remorse in order to get out of the accountability. That's the only reason. Like, she's saying that basically I'm the bad guy for bringing attention to it, and people misunderstood what she was doing, and all 4 clips of her doing the same thing weren't actually that, and the entire world misunderstood it. So she's insulting your intelligence, gaslighting everybody that watched the clips, calling you all stupid, while she's lying to you about what her intentions were. That's what it is. That's what she's doing.
There
it's
it is.
Obvious. It's unfortunate.
There it is.
But it's obvious. And so, so pathetic. It is. It's very pathetic. And I smell another video about the Asmongold jump. Well, hey, shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it. If you didn't want to get farmed, you shouldn't have done something that was going to make me farm you.
There you go.
Too bad.
I agree.
Cry about it, bitch about it, talk about being a victim. Great. Then I've got another video after that. I can do this for as long as I need. And that's it. That's how it works. Yep. Welcome to the show. Therapist out of the way, like that he had described, is on video.
This is the other guy.
That I adopt move. As regards to disguised toast at the streamer games, I was also out of line. Although that I adopt move the massage therapist out of the way like that he had described, that I did not move the massage therapist out of the way like that he had described. It was on video. And I had asked for permission from Toast before he had laid down. I still shouldn't have been so comfortable. Well, wait a minute. So do you saying that Disguised Toast lied? Because he said that you did this non-consensually. So is he lying about this happening?
That's kind of crazy.
Because that's the only way that this could make sense. And yeah, before I laid down, and I shouldn't have been so comfortable with him because I had never met him prior to the streamer games. I let the focus on the content creating bind me, and I was trying too far to get a clip at the expense of someone's comfort. Deeply regret it. Reached out to Toast as well. Yeah, sure. Okay, there's one more part of this. Let me go back and see if I can find the rest of it. Had a few days. I will never let the hateful comments stop me from pursuing my passion of streaming. What about the suspensions?
Yeah, I'd imagine the suspensions will do a good job at stopping you from pursuing your dream. You dumbass. I'd imagine that'll do quite a bit, huh?
What about that? Yeah. It's written by AI. I don't know if it is or not. Yeah,
it
on
is.
The platform where the comments you're doing, like it's of the way the when and I mean not bullying you happen all other platforms. And so, like, anybody can have a Twitter account. But, like, the difference is that if you want to be on a platform that has a certain level of rules and everything.
What really sucks is that they don't enforce the rules. That's the problem. That's the problem with Twitch, is that they don't enforce the rules unless they're, like, getting it, you know? I actually kind of want to watch
Hello
this.
again, friends, and happy
Bro,
Halloween.
if you don't know who Shoe on Head is, check her out. It's awesome. She is awesome. You know, check her out. Send her a like. Go watch her videos. They're amazing.
I have decided to dress up as the scariest possible thing to my audience. A woman.
Woo!
As the OG YouTube pick-me, I have made many videos dunking on beds. I'm not joking, I looked everywhere, and I found one of the funniest and most depressing communities I have ever come across in all my years doing this. It's true, folks. I may have found the one place on the internet where men are posting their L's. Lord knows it's hard to be a man today, you know? Like, I couldn't imagine. You're told to be nice, but not too nice, confident, but not too confident, 6 foot, 6 pack, 6 figures, have a perfect beat.
Hell, it's like, it's kind of crazy that that's a standard. You realize that anybody that's above 6 feet, you're already aiming for like the top 3. You're aiming for like 3% of American men right there. Above 6 foot, like, to be tall like that, you're aiming like you're aiming for. Hey, you better be looking pretty damn good if you're aiming for somebody who's 6 foot tall.
Or a perfectly clean-shaven face. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Before we dive into this video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Henson Shaving. Can't vent to your friends because that's gay. Can't vent to your girlfriend because that's gay. Can't vent to a...
Well, my favorite thing is whenever you try to vent to your girlfriend or your fiance or whoever, and they try to get into a fight with you or something, you know, it's like, didn't sign up for that. And it's weird. It's weird how that happens. Because, like, you'll be talking about something, like, that you don't even think will be an issue, and then you end up getting into an argument about it, and now you're trying to vent to somebody for 2 things, and it's like, goddamn, you know?
Therapist because that's gay. Everything is gay, except of course gay sex, which we all know is only gay if the balls touch. So what is a man to do? Where is a man to go? Reddit, of course. r/kitchen cells, to be exact. Kitchen Cells is a Reddit page where, quote, incels go to vent their frustrations with the world, as well as show off the food they are consuming at the moment. Now, for those of you who don't know what an incel is a involuntary celibate. Somebody who, for whatever reason...
They're too ugly to get a date, or something about them makes them not wanted. That's what it is.
Not get laid or get a girlfriend. And for the people watching this, a girlfriend is a girl that is your friend, who you love. Like that little anime girl you watch in the corner of your screen, except she loves you back. So let's dive into this. Let's see what Reddit is cooking. Failed my f***ing driver's test today. I'm 26 years old, I can't hold a job, I can't get laid.
Oh, you 26 and you can't pass your own fucking driver test? What the fuck? I can't even drive. I don't deserve flavors.
I can't even drive. I don't deserve flavors.
Bro, like, man, you are just the deepest level of darkness that darkness can deepen, huh?
I dropped my salad. I fail at everything I do. I'll never amount to anything. I'm a perverted incel freak with weirdly long toes. Classmates said I have school shooter vibes. Bowl of slug.
Bro, what are you doing in school? That's it. Someone literally walks up to you and says, you give me, like, school shooter vibes. What?
What am I looking at?
What
this
is
your
that?
Classmate? Holy shit, maybe they were right. Resident evil ass meal. I asked my high school biology teacher out on a date the day I turned 18 via her.
Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's so weird.
Steam account. She blocked me. This guy somehow managed to find the one female teacher that did not want to groom their male student. Incredible. Chicken looks good though. 7 out of 10. Asked a girl out and she started laughing. Oh, that's just a learning experience, dude. Got super hard. Rice. Oh. 5'10", rice looks good. The only girlfriend I've had was on an online game when I was 11. I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. That was a man. That was a 45-year-old man.
And he's trying to get your money.
Made this cake to celebrate 6 months on heroin. No woman could
On heroin, Jesus.
love a creature like me, but this feels great anyways. I only haven't ended my life because I don't want to make any women happy. My obsession with an anime girl prevents me from talking to 3D women. Every night before going to sleep, I watch a video of her kissing the camera, and it is almost always the highlight of my day. May I know which one
What
it
the
is?
fuck?
Sue from Monster Musume. You know what? After the last video I did, I can't even judge this. Like, at least it's human looking.
She's talking, oh my god, she's talking about the book with the Minotaur.
The bar is in hell. I have a huge crush on a coworker. I was talking at her about fishing, and I jokingly said I could buy her one of those toy Barbie fishing rods and teach her how to catch a fish. She said, I don't think I'd be interested in that, in the most disgusted tone of voice I've ever heard.
That's so fucking, that's like a double-handed, like, what? So, like, let me just talk about this topic that you probably really don't care about as a woman, and then I'm gonna insult you by buying you a toy Barbie fishing pole, and then we can go fishing. Oh, like, what? Bro, what did you expect her to say? Sure, let's go right now. Like, what the fuck? That's so stupid.
A human muster. I like how he said talking at her. Not with her, not talking with her, talking at her. Women love when you talk at them. Just corner them and start yapping about World War I or like Warhammer lore. They f***ing love that shit. Just get right up in their face and explain to them the entire plot of Lord of the Rings. That's how you get them. My mom's new boyfriend is younger than me. Oh no, his mom is being
That is awful. That's awful.
hag maxed. She's 52, I'm 23, he's 21.
What the fuck? That's so creepy. What the fuck?
He could literally be my brother. What the f do they even talk about? Oh, don't worry about it, bro. They're not doing much talking. I wish a tomboy could just casually kidnap me and drag me into a room. Pasta cereal. I feel like tomboys are...
Is that really milk with fucking pasta?
Like an endangered...
Ugh.
What the f is that? Forget tomboys. You need to be kidnapped by the feds.
Bro needs to be exorcised. Whatever demon that made him make that shit gotta go.
You need to be exiled away from society for what you did to
We gotta figure out whatever brain cell that made this come into reality, and we gotta cut that bitch out of there and stomp on it, dude. We gotta get it out of here.
Pasta. My ancestors are weeping. The last time I met anyone was when I went to the psych ward a few years ago, where I got a crush on the first girl who ever showed me any interest. She ghosted me. Just my stupid Chungus life. Okay, honestly, good. Do not get with the f***ing girl you met at the psych ward, okay? None of this Harley Quinn Joker bullshit. You can't fix her. She can't fix you. No, no, no.
Yeah, that's like toxicity incarnate.
I found out the woman I have been pursuing is a lesbian. Burger meat hot dogs for me and my father, who hates me. Okay, one, that is dude.
That looks like shit.
That is poop from a butt. And 2,
Thank you.
It's not over. It's not over. There's still one way you can date her. Put this on. I don't deserve love. Segregated Tic Tacs. I have an eating disorder, gay, so I almost never actually cook. I'm eating plain strawberry yogurt out of a dog bowl this morning. F my lonely puppy life. Yesterday my scrambled eggs were oversalted. This morning they were undersalted. I have to kill myself. Wait, if the eggs are undersalted, can't you just put
some
more
salt?
salt on them? Wait, don't kill yourself. Just add more salt. Off to a VTuber burping compilation, and now I'm having the only meal I know how to make. Where the f did it all go wrong?
Where's the milk? Where's the milk? Bro, it's the only meal you know how to make, and you didn't even make that shit right. Isn't this supposed to be cereal?
That is disgusting, bro. Which VTuber? Which one? Which one so I know to avoid that channel? A female coworker complimented me on my shirt, and I began to stutter trying to say thanks. This guy will remember that for the rest of his f***ing life. Men will be 85 years old on their deathbed, surrounded by their family, remembering the time some random woman complimented his Metallica shirt 45 years ago. Ladies, you want to make a random man's life? Compliment his shirt. Just make sure it's not one of those f***ing, like, Ahiago anime shirts, though. That was a weird era. I licked this can-
Bro, I feel like whoever wears something like that shouldn't be anywhere near school. That's weird. What the hell?
Ahiago anime shirts, though? That was a weird era. I licked this canned tuna to imagine what it feels like to eat pussy. It doesn't taste like-
That's not... What deep side of the internet did you go to where you heard that what?
That or have that texture, though. Put 5 pennies in your mouth, cut a hot dog down the middle, and then lick that. Probably closer. And here I am thinking the guy who licks a can of tuna pretending it was a pussy was rock bottom. What the f am I reading? Why can't you just buy-
Yeah, how do you know that?
Or something like a normal person. The smell and the flavor are important factors here. Stop. If it smells and tastes like tuna, something is wrong. She has an infection. Suppose a girl has blocked you on every platform, but you know her address. For the past year, you've been sending her one GIF each month, each one bigger than the last. Sometimes you include a note. She's never responded, but you know she's receiving them. How would you proceed? You don't.
You just stop. You just stop. It's weird.
You don't proceed. None of these people at this party know I beat it to giantess vor animations. Maybe. But now the whole internet does. I love the people in the comments.
I'm sure they'll find out too.
My man. It is just actually insane. Like, these people walk amongst us. Like, the guy in front of you in line at the bank might have a being eaten alive fetish. Who knows? An acquaintance I have is talking with his girlfriend.
What in the fuck is that?
4 of her friends 40 feet away from me. He said, statistically, one of the 10 guys in this room is a racist. They all looked at me. Funfetti pizza. I was talking to a girl who thought I was Latino. When I told her I'm Indian, she almost gagged. Woke up this Sunday morning.
Yo! It made a noose out of that?
Still 5'9". Okay, 5'9" is not f***ing short. What the hell have the dating apps done to men? Women on dating apps have just, like, destroyed the male psyche. Like, dudes now believe if you're not 6'3", it's f***ing over. Didn't they just implement, like, a height filter on, like, Bumble or one of those apps or something? That is...
Wait, what?
A height filter on, like, Bumble or...
I personally think they should have a weight filter. If you want to add a height filter, you need to add a weight filter.
Of those apps or something. That is insane.
You can't change your height, but you can change your weight.
Could you imagine they did a weight filter? Could you imagine no women under 170 pounds? Could you fucking imagine? They would never. Paid for nudes for the first time. They weren't great nudes, but I kept paying because she talked to me. Spinning Glizzy. She talked to you, huh? Are you sure about that? Are you sure you were talking to Cutie Pie Kitten 69 and not fucking Kamal from Pakistan? Because apparently that's the thing. Apparently OnlyFans girls hire agencies in like India and Pakistan to like talk to their simps for them.
That's
I'm married to
crazy.
girls until I am tired of them, so I won't have to approach them and then get rejected. Is this Is this why the birth rate is so low? See, I was under the impression it was because the economy and because gender relations are so terrible in this country and like women want a career and they're on birth control, blah, 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 but I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's
I don't know what the fuck she's talking about, bro. Like, why is it like every time I've looked for somebody on a dating app, I always have to sit there and twiddle my fucking thumbs whenever I finally come across somebody and we start talking, right? And then it's like, are you on birth control? And they're like, why would I wear birth control? Oh, my family this and my family that, and it's my body. And I'm like, oh, god damn, fuck it all to hell. It's so stupid.
Just millions of this guy. Or maybe this is just Reddit. I can only get off to femboy hentai now. Corn on the cob, no salt, no butter, no nothing. This is the closest I can get to the feeling of eating out a girl's vagina. Oh, that's
what? This more like close to the what the?
You know what? Maybe it is. I don't know. My cat was sitting on my lap and I had to make him move because I started to get hard when I saw a gif of Candace Owens. I was watching a not safe for work video with that one French girl and coomed just when the camera randomly zoomed in 4K HD on a guy's face, so I busted a load to a guy. Felt a little bit cucked and gay and cried a little bit. You could have looked away. But you didn't. Did you? My body is permanently deformed and crippled by decades of compulsive, joyless masturbation. Everyone who sees me can tell instantly. Saw a female's body in the cheese and had
Bro sounds like he's schizophrenic.
Everyone who sees me can tell instantly. Saw a female's body in the cheese and had to jerk off before finishing the plate.
Oh, he likes chunky girls. I could kind of see it.
Microwaved cheese lasagna. Okay, so I'm just.
That's not lasagna. What the fuck is that? That is not.
First part. What the fuck is that? That is not lasagna. That is an abomination.
Yeah, that looks like it's gonna kill me.
Off to a VTuber crying compilation and the hardest I've ever in my life. I used to be a track star in high school and both my parents always loved me. How did I fall so far? It's actually so crazy how like you can do everything right as a parent. You can just be like a great responsible parent and raise your kid right. And then one day on your son's like 13th birthday, you gift him his own computer. And then in a few years, he's masturbating to anime girls crying and posting about it on Reddit. Tofu broke apart just like my life. Yesterday, for the first time in my life, I looked for and watched cuck porn on purpose, then cried. I have a micro penis.
I mean, if you think about it, isn't like all, corn, isn't that like all, like, cuck, Because, like, you're watching, essentially, a guy do a girl, and you're the one in the chair, you know what I'm saying? Like, isn't, like, all of it like that? There's something for you to think about.
Is cuck porn. You're
Exactly.
sitting in a chair watching two people fuck. You might as well be sitting in a chair in the corner of a hotel room watching two people fuck on a bed. What's the difference? Porn is basically
There it
virtual
is.
cucking.
There it is. So technically, everyone's into it. They just don't realize it. But we're gonna move on from this.
A lot of people have been getting mad at this clip. I'm gonna watch it. Let's see it.
These like lovely sort of small towns in England, Scotland, Ireland. They've been like sort of living their lives quietly.
It's kind of crazy to think that he's gotten old.
They're
Elon Musk.
like hobbits, frankly. It's
It's like the scouring
Wow.
of the Shire. Bro, yes. Oh my god.
in fact, J.R.R. Tolkien based the hobbits
God.
on people he knew
In World War I.
In small town England.
Well, I was
because they were
Sam.
just like lovely people who like to, smoke their pipe and have nice meals and everything's pleasant. The hobbits in the Shire. So he was talking about.
Yeah, I can see your chat. Cookie Pork
places
Live.
like Hertfordshire, like the Shire is around in the Greater London area.
How's it going?
Oxfordshire type of thing. But the reason they've been able to enjoy the Shire is because hard men have protected them from the dangers of the world. But since
True.
they have almost no exposure to the dangers of the
They
world,
think it doesn't exist.
they don't realize that they're there.
Yeah.
Until one day,
How is he so rich? He's so rich because he launched he made a fully automated car facility? that has no people that work on the cars. It's completely automated. And it's also a an electric vehicle. So yeah, that's why he's so rich. He said he spent a lot of nights in his office sleeping up there while things were being done. So I think if anyone was going to be, if anyone was going to say that somebody earned their wealth, I think Elon Musk is probably the only person that I would say he earned every dime of his wealth. Because he had nothing, and then he, moved to America and built one of the biggest car companies in the world.
1,000 people show up in your village of 500 out of nowhere and start the kids. This has now happened God knows how many times in Britain.
And people are really, really mad about this clip. It's got 4 million views. And do you know what I've been seeing a lot of people doing? And if I go back, Gandalf would not allow this. This is genuinely insane. I mean, worryingly divorced from any reality. How desperate are people to believe this nonsense? If it was so fake and so inaccurate, why are there so many speech laws that prevent people from talking about it? Why are the other governments in places like Sweden and Norway not
this bit is like
reporting the
17
rapes
minutes
and the
long.
different types of sexual assaults by the...
And
if I go back, Gandalf would not allow this. This is genuinely insane. I mean, worryingly divorced from any reality. How desperate are people to believe this nonsense? If it was so fake and so inaccurate, why are there so many speech laws that prevent people from talking about it?
Mm-hmm.
Why are the other governments in places like Sweden and Norway not reporting the rapes and the different types of sexual assaults by the citizenship of the person? Why are they doing that? If this is so divorced from reality, then why
cover it up?
Doing so many things to hide something that doesn't exist?
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and you just see the videos, and there's a bunch of scammers right underneath the Eiffel Tower running around with sticks. Like, it's not like this is a fucking... No, it's not like nobody knows about this. There's no arguments, no attacks. Yes, the South African wants
Yeah,
to
the
be an-
scammers are all over around like the Eiffel Tower, bro. They're scamming tourists left and right, and they're not even they're like illegal migrants that have been brought there. It's kind of crazy. Welcome to the server, Cookie Pork Live. He didn't fuck people out of work. The thing is that the jobs were never there to begin with, because he made the entire facility from the ground up. So he didn't fuck anyone out of work. I mean, most car companies are automated now anyway. He just started with automation.
American just speaking out his ass about the UK and Ireland. Go fuck yourself. So
he made his own car company like Ford.
There are no arguments against this, by the way. It's descendant for people that actually turned up in villages in Africa and stole from and raped and murdered the indigenous people. His wealth stems from the emerald mines that his ancestors stole. Here he peddles pure fiction to sustain the racist system he owns everything to. So you agree that it's bad? So he's even agreeing on it. I can't believe people believe this, for fuck's sake. Do you know why people believe it? It's because video cameras exist.
Yep.
And they see the videos of it happening. And you have individuals, people that are living there, that are saying they're afraid to go outside. That's the reason why. We're at the it's not happening stage? No. And did they really steal the mines? Who cares? Like, I don't know. I mean, what did Elon Musk's dad do 50 or 100 years ago? Who gives a fuck? Like, it has nothing to do with him. And post should be used as an intelligence test for having the right to vote. Exactly. It should be. And if you don't believe it, you shouldn't be able to vote. I completely agree with him.
I kind of
Absolutely.
believe with that.
This is bullshit from a small town in Ireland.
I could roll with that. That actually makes a lot of sense. There should be like a logic test that you have to take in order to vote, honestly.
I wish that you could take and look at these people and see where they live and see how homogenous the culture that they're living in is. Because I like seeing these comments and then finding out, oh, well, I'm from this place and that's not happening. Well, yes, because this place doesn't have any of those migrants at all.
And you know what's really kind of crazy about that is most of the people that comment on what American people are saying, they're not even in America. They're in like a foreign country. They have nothing to do with what's going on in America whatsoever, and yet they're going to comment on it, and like, I had somebody talking about how, like, whenever I was going over the LA riots, I had a commenter that was like, "You got a civil war to deal with. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be worried about, what's going on in LA." And I'm like, "What civil war?" And they're like, the Civil War. Maybe you should get he said, like, maybe you should get educated. And I just fucking removed the comments. And I removed his ability to even view the channel. I was like, I don't have time for this mental retardation. Bro, you can't even speak proper English, and you're sitting here trying to lecture me on what's going on in my country. Get out of here.
That's on Twitter? Yes, it's amazing, isn't it? And the guy's a famous comedian in Britain, by the way.
And you know what else I noticed? Ever since they killed that one organization, what is it, like Citizens United or something? What organization did Trump kill? Was it Citizens United? From what I understand, ever since they got rid of Citizens United, they wait a minute, landmark decision of the United States Supreme Court. I don't know. I think that was it. It's been a bit since I covered it. But they overturned it. They overturned something. They got rid of something. And then the LA riots completely stopped. Ever since and I noticed, and I want to point this out. Ever since they got rid of the organization in question, I don't know if it's Citizens United or what, I've noticed that my comments that I've been getting on my videos, they're no longer negative like they were. Like before, it felt like I was actually being attacked in the comments. And then ever since they completely killed it and the funding to LA stopped and all the riots stopped, the comments like washed away. It was impressive. It was like a night and day difference. Even like right now, it's kind of crazy.
Well, of course, right? So he lives in a place where he doesn't have to experience any of the negative effects of migration.
I haven't pulled your video up yet. You don't have to wait.
In Sweden, the identity of the perpetrator is only revealed by the media if the sentence is a life sentence. Usually they give hints about the nationality if it's not a citizen.
Did you even drop it in Discord?
By stating he's getting deported or not. BRA, the crime statistics will release the stats as natives,
You
EU or outside
gotta
of the
drop
EU
it in
citizen
Discord.
criminals. But anyway, so yeah, obviously this is happening. Obviously bringing in a bunch of migrants in a small city, in a small town is going to cause a bunch of problems, right? I'm Irish here. He's 100% right. They're dropping double the population of illegals into some villages. Our military is tiny, not even 10K. And yeah, there you go, right? That's a lie. In Sweden, the culprit is if the culprit is Swedish, he's out.
I kind of feel like this migration is a new form of war tactic at this point. It's kind of like the Trojan horse. What you do, it's happening a lot in Europe. You can really see it happening in Europe. You have all these illegal migrants that are being bussed into these communities that nobody wants there, and then the government's paying for them to stay in these nice hotels, and then they get the motel owner to come out and say, yeah, we like them being here, but it's like, dude, you're getting paid by the government to have all these people there. You're getting paid millions. And then they start doing the things that they were doing in their country in the new country they're in, like they're putting up their own flags, and then they're assaulting people, and the police are preventing them from taking down the flags that aren't even from that country on like the city light poles and stuff. And it feels like a new form of Trojan horse that is just going everywhere. It's kind of crazy how many countries this affected, because it affected everybody for the most part, including the U.S. It's insanity.
Directly, if it's an immigrant, it's being hidden until he's proven guilty. I don't know whether that's true or not. I mean, I don't live there. It's just things that I've heard and seen. But I was just talking about the way that the different things are reported, because I do know about that. So
yeah, you drop it in general.
Like how the media reports it, I can't really comment on it. So yeah, insane. It's saying it's not happening. Genuinely insane to say that it's not happening in Newtown. Mount Kindy had busloads of people smuggled in under the cover of darkness. Plenty of small towns in Ireland have had their locals outnumbered in a matter of months. Being the kids, sorry, when did that happen? Man.
This is
If it was me, this
is Cheryl. This is her.
I can't say what I would do. Never mind. I was thinking this out.
I'll pull it up after we're
I
done with
can't
this
say
video and look at it.
Never mind. I'm a very, let's just say that I'm a very creative person. I'm a creative person, and I really like the idea of poetic justice. Right? Are you? Yeah, it's better for me just not to say these things. And or a person living in Texas, for example, right? So whenever you don't experience this yourself personally, you are abstracted from the consequences of what's happening. And because you're abstracted from the consequences and you don't understand them, you don't really have a grasp on what's going on. And so when you hear about, oh, this is really bad, and then you use your situation personally as a friend.
He's talking about these people that want to bus in all these violent immigrants, and they don't have to deal with them. All these people that live in these rich neighborhoods that are gated communities where you pay like $500,000 a year on your house or whatever, or $500,000 for a house, or actually it'd be upwards of $1 million now to stay in a gated community like that. And they don't ever have to deal with losing their jobs to these immigrants. They don't ever have to worry about even really having a job because they make so much money from either like their Nepo babies or, like they just don't have that worry, right? And what ends up happening is the majority of people, the ones that aren't in these gated communities that don't have to worry about their cars being broken into on their weekends, are the ones that are the majority, and they're the ones that are voting this in to get this out. And then you want to sit here and virtue signal and say how racist they are, but it's like, you're not the one who has to live in the community where the stores are getting shut down because all these immigrants are just stealing stuff, or the housing market is so high that nobody that works a 9-to-5 can afford a house. You already have enough money that you'll never have to do anything ever. So you're writing checks that other people have to cash. And it's about time that people started standing up for what they believe in.
Most people, this is another thing that you need to understand about most people. Most people are completely self-referential in their thinking and in their logic. That means that they base everything that they believe off of things that they have seen and experienced personally. So if a person hasn't seen or experienced this personally, they won't assume that it will be real.
And they won't either, because they live in the neighborhoods that they live in. So of course, instead of just accepting the fact that they're the minority, they're going to go out and start picketing and causing riots in places they really don't need to be for things that really don't affect them. It affects everybody else. That's why everybody else wants these policies.
And that's not always wrong. But what it is wrong is whenever you're using it to invalidate other people's experiences, right? Yep. That's what Karens do. So for a lot of these people, they live in upper middle class gated communities.
There it is.
They have a very limited interaction with any of these migrant communities. And the really negative effects of it are not being felt by these people, because these people are not on the social services and the social systems that migration and illegal immigration puts a strain on. So they never have to go to the food bank. They never have to go to...
They don't have to worry about getting food stamps because they make enough money to do with whatever they want. That's the issue that a lot of people are seeing now. Like, if you see any of the riots or any of the peaceful protesting that's going on across the country, it's a bunch of older people that have already retired and they already have their home and they're already settled in and they don't have to deal with this. They don't have to worry about losing a job to an illegal immigrant that is being paid a fraction of what they were being paid, even whenever they were being like even whenever they were growing up in this country. And then, or you see these young white people, and they are, for the most part, they're Nepo babies. They don't have to worry about going to job and working a 9 to 5 just to barely afford rent and groceries every month. They have income from their family that on top of their already, income from if they even have a job. That's just how it is. So of course they would be the ones protesting because they're the only ones that have fucking time for it.
The DMV to, get their license, and you have to wait 6 hours because there's a bunch of people that can't speak English there. You've never gone to, like the food stamps place for whatever reason, and, you have to wait for fucking 2 hours because there's so many other people there. And the majority
It's like that in hospitals right now. Whenever I worked, I wasn't technically working, I was doing it for college. We had to ride around with the ambulance and actually do stuff. Every time we got to the emergency room, there was a line, bro. Bro could be jacked up. And we sitting there stuck in line, waiting for the line to slim down so they can get a room. Even from the ambulance. That's what happens whenever you're poor, and especially if you're here illegally. Well, you're not going to try to go see a doctor because you don't want to give out all your information. You're going to go to the emergency room and run up those tax dollars, because if you go there, you're going to be seen almost immediately. And then on top of that, you're going to get the care you need, and the likelihood of them charging you for it is slim to none because they know.
Don't speak English, right? And I've been
So
there
it doesn't just affect our schools and our community. It affects our ability to even get basic health care. So it's a shock to the entire system that's already garbage.
That's how I know. And whenever you actually experience it yourself, you see the drain that these people put on the system. And it's very obvious these people are a drain on the system, because if they weren't, they wouldn't be qualifying for all these assistance programs, are they? And so, if you take the amount of contribution that they put in, and then you take the amount of assistance and everything that they take out, it's definitely going to be negative, right? And a lot of statistics...
And the reason for that is because they're paid pennies on the dollar. There's a reason why these corporations are hiring them. It has nothing to do with their work ethic. Although, if you've got the threat of being pushed out back into wherever you came from, like sent back overseas or into Mexico, I'm sure that that's a pretty good motivator. And it probably motivate a lot of people to work for $1.75 a day. You know what I'm saying? So of course.
Show otherwise.
So they take out all these programs like food stamps and whatnot. Sometimes they do it illegally using someone else's ID and information, so it's a form of fraud. But they also don't even put that much back into the system as far as tax money, because they don't make enough.
Because they're being collected in an intentionally disingenuous way. And this is another problem that people have, is that they look at data, but they don't have any sort of understanding of how data collection methods work. And so they only can look at outcomes, and they can't look at processes or, basically the way that the data was collected. And so that's why, for example, whenever you say oh, well, a lot of political violence comes from the left wing, and then somebody shows you a study, then the study shows oh, the most political violence was in 2019 before George Floyd, and 2020 didn't even have an increase at all, or maybe it's up by 20%. But meanwhile, we had to watch cities burn over an entire summer. It's very obvious that sometimes you have to really go beyond looking at a study, and you have to think about it on your own. You have to think about it yourself. And that's what these people aren't.
That's assuming that the study isn't biased. That's the assumption there. Because if you collect data from both the left and the right, it's metaphorical, it doesn't even have to be about left or right violence, right? If you collect data, for example, the cigarette companies were selling cigarettes saying that they're healthy and that they're cool that you have it, that you're not a cool person if you don't smoke, right? And then people started dying. Horrible deaths, slow deaths. Of course, their study is biased because they want to sell cigarettes. Duh. You got to be looking out for that. You have to, constantly.
Able to do. And the reason why these people aren't able to think about it themselves and think about it on their own is because they're afraid to. And I'll tell you the reason why they're afraid to. Cities didn't burn? Yeah, well, I guess I didn't have eyes. And so
I guess I didn't see 3 smart cars get burned into the pavement in LA. I'm just stupid, right? I didn't see the cops get ambushed by those people that were on the overpass throwing all the bricks at the cars and breaking all the windows, right? I didn't see like 9 police cars that were just sitting there.
January 6th, yeah, like January 6th, another bad one too. They're afraid to think for themselves. And let me explain why they're afraid to think for themselves. Because thinking for yourself gets you canceled. Thinking for yourself, being even slightly off center of certain topics gets everybody to hate you and completely turn on you. Look at, for example, like what Shondo said. Look at what that Bao VTuber said, right? Did they really say anything that was that problematic or that bad? No, they just made general statements. But the moment that you think for yourself and you don't just follow the popular train of thought, you then become pilloried and attacked and repudiated by not only the other side.
Well, look at Charlie. His YouTube channel used to be called Moist Critical, but now it's Penguin Zo. I don't know why he changed it, but he used to cover a lot of reaction stuff, right? And he covered one political topic, and oh my God, the virality of it was just outrageous.
But now your own side as well. So what that's caused is it's caused a chilling effect inside of all discourse. No one is afraid to speak out until somebody else says something, and then all they do is agree with them. No one wants to think for themselves because thinking for yourself gets you in trouble. That's the reason why. That's why critical thinking is dying in America. That's why it's dying in Western society. It's dying because we're killing it.
And you know what's even worse than that? Is that if you worked in the past 4 years with a company that hired for DEI, like diversity, equity, and inclusion, just to get that money from the government because they were paying people that were hiring based on diversity, you realize that if you had if you were somebody that didn't like what somebody else was doing in the company, but they were a diverse hire, the likelihood of you getting fired was extremely high. Because let's say they hired somebody that for a game studio, and that game studio is always into single player games, right? It's not MMO, not a multiplayer, none of that. And then this person that's new in there, you start butting heads with because they're trying to add some weird shit to the game that I guess Call of Duty is a good example. They wanted to add a roller coaster gun in there whenever you're trying to make it look realistic, and then you speak up and you're like, I don't think that's going to sell very well, and that's going to ruin the flow of the game. And then you get fired. That is effectively killing that mentality. So what I'm trying to go with that is that they're surprised the way the government and the people are reacting to how it was received. They're only giving out what was given to them. There are people that have joined ICE simply to make people that were in that development company, and this is all like an example, as mad as possible, right? Just to be like, I am this now, you made me this. So like, in all of it, where I'm going is that if you were an original thinker, if you were somebody that thought individually, and you were effectively alienated by a community or even by people you thought you could trust, simply because you knew right from wrong, or you didn't see eye to eye with somebody, instead of sitting down and talking about it, they alienated you, you lost your job, and you lost everything. And now that there are people that are standing up against this, and, you know, doing the, like, just signing on to ICE and doing that kind of stuff, they're going to be all for it because they want to make, not only want to make their country better, but they want to make the people that inevitably lost their livelihood suffer to an extent. So you're still not thinking for yourself, you're doing things in response to something else. So not only is it being killed, it's being reverted. It's being overlooked to the extent of, I'm not doing this because it's what I think is good and what I feel. I'm doing it because other people also feel this way, and you're still not thinking at an individual level, is where I'm trying to go with that. You're doing it because other people are doing it and it makes you feel good. So either way, on both sides, we're losing the battle, if you want to call it that, because no one is thinking as an individual. And that's the big problem that kind of happened during the Biden administration that split the country literally in two. And then with Kirk's assassination, it pushed people to radicalism on both. It either made them a left, or it pushed them to the right, or it made them incredibly radicalized if they were on the right. That was a mouthful.
On purpose, because anytime a person speaks out of turn, anytime a person doesn't, like, think about Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein is a person who generally is on board with 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 leftist types of thinking. But this one thing, he had a slight deviation of viewpoint on because he didn't agree with dehumanizing Israelis and Jews in general. And he thought that they have every right to have some degree of remorse, or not remorse, but people don't think for themselves. It's because thinking for yourself gets your life ruined.
There it is.
That's it.
There it is.
You just explained the MAGA movement when Republicans step out of line. In some cases, you're right.
And to an extent, I feel like Hassan is in this rabbit hole. I do. I don't think Hassan believes half the stuff that he talks about. He says it at this point because he knows that if he goes against it, he's going to alienate the majority of his audience. But that's the audience he cultivated. So that's his own coffin that he's made. And that's the unfortunate fact that if you don't try to skirt the line or have a viewpoint and you don't state that at the beginning, you are stuck on that path. You just are.
I think that Democrats have a monopoly over this. I think Republicans also do this too. Vivek Ramaswamy went out and he said that a culture that prioritizes football captains over math captains is not a culture that prioritizes science, learning, and education. And it will be a culture that will fail in the long term. People turned on Vivek instantly because of that. Nick Fuentes definitely went much more off of the beaten path, I would say, right? But like in general, that dude got canceled as shit. He did. He got completely canceled. Why not prioritize both? Well, BC, or there's another one. I like your American costume from the tweet. Yeah, obviously, because it's things that they engage with, right? And
I think that's pretty much it for this video. We could probably move on from this. What the fuck?
Fox News alert. Right now, bomb threats forcing voters out of at least 2 polling places in New Jersey as residents across the state cast ballots for their next governor. And Mark Meredith is live in Montclair, New Jersey with the latest. Mark, what's going on?
Ainsley, Lawrence, and Brian, good morning.
Yeah, they try not to let these people vote now. They know their shit's cooked. They know they're cooked. These people get in there and vote, they're going to vote into another Republican. The Democrats got to get their shit together, bro. They got to.
Friends, the polls have been open throughout New Jersey since about 6 a.m. Since then, a handful of bomb threats have been called in to a number of polling places across the Garden State. We know in Mercer County, as well as where we have seen in Passaic. It's unclear exactly how many of these polling places have been impacted, but because the polls were open, since they've been open since 6, a number of people who may have been in line or getting ready to go vote had to move off-site to other voting locations, at least temporarily. We've been at this elementary school here, not too far from where some of these threats were called earlier, because this is where the Democratic gubernatorial nominee is going to be voting. Mikey Sherrill should be voting here around 9 a.m. I just spoke to her campaign. They are aware of the situation impacting some of these polling places. The candidate is likely to address this when she gaggles with reporters in the 9 a.m. hour. All an indication, though, again, that there is a lot of people very curious what will happen here in New Jersey. The spotlight.
Who's even getting, like, what is the New Jersey voting right now? Like, what is that even for? What are they voting for in New Jersey right now? And the New Jersey governor's race. Okay, they're voting for governor. They're voting for the new governor.
This race nationally, and we have seen this before in other elections, but these potential threats, whether or not it's going to have a widespread impact on turnout, it's unclear. More than 1 million people cast their ballots ahead of Election Day. There was early voting, mail-in balloting as well. Where we are also, I've seen at least one police officer who was outside the polling place earlier. Unclear if it was related because the candidate was going to be here or if they were just checking things out. A lot of these threats are often communicated electronically, either email, they get sent to the registrar's office or the voting records office, and then out of an abundance of caution, these facilities are either evacuated or they pause operations to let the police do a sweep. No
They get
indication.
bomb threats at the polls now. They losing so bad they got to call in bomb threats.
Found at this point simply threats, but on an election day like this, given of course the political climate that we are in as a country right now, officials across New Jersey are not going to be.
So what you got to do is figure out who called those bomb threats in, and you got to put them in jail for 30 years. And then what you do is you say, we'll take a year off of your sentence for every one person that gets convicted that you turned in.
Slightly, and I'll let you know if we hear from the Chitterelli campaign. He was with Fox and Friends in the last hour at a restaurant, so we know he's been out on the trail as well. These candidates have plenty of security. It's interesting to see personally, because when we go out to these events, before, back in the day when you were an unelected governor, you would just go out as a candidate, go out and shake hands. And now at these high-profile events where there's media, where there's a lot of public notice, we do see a lot of security. And as I mentioned, we've even seen security at this polling place right here behind me. Friends, back to you.
Now, Mark, real quickly, and I know this is a fluid situation, are we talking about multiple threats from the same source, or are these multiple different areas of threats?
I know there was
I love this guy. This guy is so based. I was gonna ask the same fucking thing, but I was like, I bet he's gonna ask.
In Trenton, I believe there was another polling place in Mercer County, but whether or not it was the same person or persons, we don't know. And obviously that's all part of the investigation that New Jersey officials will have to carry out. But obviously the immediate need was making sure that these polling places, Lawrence, could get back
You know
open.
what's crazy? As I bet the dumbass that called it in thought that it was just going to be a simple, like, oh, there's a bomb threat. And he thought he was just going to get away with it, or they, or whatever the hell they want to call themselves. So, like, but little did they know that if there was a bomb threat, that the FBI steps in and they can trace the call back to where you called. So now he's probably shitting himself, pacing back and forth in whatever room he's in, trying to come up with a plan on how he's going to lie to the federal police and get himself out of that situation. A rip bozo.
Around here to see, I've got 3 guys that are right out front of this polling place, not a line.
Because they're gonna. The first thing they're gonna ask him is, "Where did you? How did you hear about there being a bomb at this place?" And that guy's gonna be shaken.
Seen anything dramatic, at least at this particular facility, but if an email just goes out to a county official, I would imagine they have to do their due diligence to
I
check
wonder
it
if
out.
it's someone that's trying to prevent voters from voting for a certain person. Trenton and Mercer County, are those Republican or Democratic areas?
I wish I had studied my New Jersey geography a little bit better off the top of my head for you, Ainsley, but I also know that Passaic County says that they were aware of the situation, that they were...
No. What was that?
Mercer County, prevent voters from voting for a
Hold
certain
on, let's
person.
see.
Trenton and Mercer County, are those Republican or Democratic areas?
Is it Trenton and Mercer County?
Their due diligence.
I wonder if it's someone that's trying to prevent voters from voting for a certain person. Trenton and Mercer County.
Are Trenton and Mercer County in New Jersey Democrat or Republican areas? It's a dark red area. It's Republican. Dark red, it says. Oh, wait, what? The map below shows the political... It looks like it's mostly liberal. Actually, it looks like a lot of it's liberal. It's either more liberal or split evenly. There's not a lot of conservative there. That's weird. Why would they call those ones out?
Those Republican or Democratic areas?
You know, I wish I had studied my New Jersey geography leaning area, but I will say that
That's crazy, though. That's like crazy. That's crazy that that's going on now. Let's go to history. Here we go.
This is Cheryl. This is her 4-year-old computer. She doesn't think she needs to update. So
Cookie Pork Alive! Check it out. Send him a like. Please check him out. He needs the views.
Sure what she's missing, we built a PC store in her house.
Oh my gosh.
What do you say we go shopping?
That's crazy.
Springfield Island.
This is not copyright? How are you able to get, like, Futurama stuff in here?
It's incredible. Now to conquer it.
Jesus Christ. Oh, she lose a tooth? I think she lost a tooth. Oh no, that was just a piece of the floor. Okay, I thought that was a tooth. Oh! Rip.
Hello? Hello?
Bro, that gun can't fucking aim for shit. Not you, the gun, bro. Like, the bullets are going all over the place. Damn.
Oh, you almost
You edited it perfect, though, like, for sure. You don't want any fluff in there. You're like, timing for everything is great.
You gotta be quicker than that.
Oh, 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 oh. Please, sir, the right hand of God. It's the Zohan! He's coming for you! Oh.
Na 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 fishing. Na 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 fishing.
Oh. Fuck! Bro, I love that meme. I love that meme.
Na fishing. Na 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 fishing.
Fuck! I wonder if I could find that meme. I wonder if I could find that meme. I have to find that meme. I have to. In a store. Yes! I found it!
Michael's here. To get equipment for my new crib. You know the vibes. Let's do this shit.
Is it this? Here it is, right here.
You work here. You work here. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Fuck. Good with you, man. Good with you. The fuck's wrong with you, man? Oh shit. Fuck. Good with you, man. Good with you. The fuck's wrong with you, man?
Oh my god, dude. Oh, bro.
See you in hell.
It's a shame we don't have Homer. Could be playing as Homer right now. Oh, he's got two legendaries, bruh. Is that the clown? That's awful, dude. I hate that. You could do that? What the fuck? I didn't know you could do that.
Mo speaking.
Is Seymour there? Last name, Butt.
Just a sec. Hey, is there a Butts here? Seymour Butts? Hey, everybody, I want to see more
Oh, they're shooting. They're shooting. Oh, hello. Woo!
If I stay
Hello.
silent.
He didn't even know what hit him.
It's that team up, Jebediah.
Hell is that thing?
But I think I see something looking at me through that window. I might be a little delusional, but
but I think I see something looking at me through this window.
Oh, got his ass, bro. Got him.
ごめん、あまない。俺は今、お前のために怒ってない。誰も憎んじゃいない。こっち。
Damn, that was pretty good, man. That was funny.
Every time I see a homeless person, they got a dog. Y'all investing in the wrong roof.
Wow.
Today I have a very special neighbor visiting. Would you like to meet her? Come on in, macho man. Well, I'm...
Hold tight. Ooh, yeah. Sí, es una pena terrible.
I've got a labubu.
Oh my god, jeez.
Boom, boy, he's down.
Hello everyone, my name is Crit, and welcome back to Cry of Fear. We last left off, we defeated a really fat, scary boss, and now we're about to go through another scary
W video, that was a good
Before we
one.
do that...
That was a good video. That was good shit.
Avoids contact with... He got a wall up.
Podcast for today's guest, we have Bonnie Blue. Please hold the mic close to you and then introduce yourself in case anybody doesn't know you.
I'm the girl that slept with 1,057 men in just 12 hours.
1,000 and...
To give you an idea, this lady is so nasty, they banned her on OnlyFans. She tried to break the world record for the most men slept with in 24 hours, and she broke it, and then they banned her.
57 men in 12 hours.
Okay, so essentially what she's trying to say, she's a disgusting but maybe tell them a little bit about yourself and not just your career.
I have 3 pets. I love traveling, and
So your entire life is just degeneracy. You don't have any hobbies. It's
I have
just all
hobbies.
going around being
I
a
enjoy-
disgusting imbecile.
yeah. Aside from that, I enjoy shopping.
So you enjoy having pets and shopping besides when you're doing, you know what? Very interesting. How did you...
Very interesting.
What do you think will be the average lifespan of your children? 12, 13 years old?
No, a lot older. I think they're going to live a very happy, long life if I have children.
What really made you such a horrible, shameless, depraved, and wicked individual?
Jesus Christ!
I wanted to do this originally just for money and to get freedom. And
No
then I realized
way! Were you slammed on your head as a baby?
No.
Are you funded by APAC?
No.
You make, for example, more than $100,000 a month?
She probably makes a lot of money doing what she does for a month. I ain't even gonna lie. She probably makes like at least She makes probably between $8,000 and $50,000 a month. I would price it in that range.
I'm going to say what I earn, but yes, I earn a
Yes.
comfortable living.
More than 100,000.
I mean, I would say $100,000 a month is a little bit beyond a comfortable living. That's being fucking rich. What are we even talking about here, right? She's making like $1 million a month. Well, good for her. I mean, you can't say that she's not out there earning it, right?
Speaking of comfortable living,
What's going on? How you guys doing? We love landlords. We're all against unions. We're here to
Oh my
protest
God, that's
against
a
the landlords and
song.
the unions. We love them. Can we do like a quick shake on the hand? We love landlords. Look, we're all against unions. They're
If I'm
fair.
not mistaken, that's the same guy that walked up onto one of the gaming awards. Hold on, wait a minute. No. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Stage at Gaming Awards.
Dude, I know. I saw
Yeah,
you
I
at
was
the
there.
Game Awards. I was so confused when you went up because you looked like you fit in. I wanted to ask you, how did you pull that off?
To be honest, I think you're one of the.
It was him. Yeah, he walked up to the microphone at the Game Awards, walked right past security, and then started talking in the mic.
The first guys I've talked to who was there that night.
It was so insane. Bro, on Twitter, people thought it was me that went up
No,
on the
no,
stage.
you know what's crazy? I didn't think Elden Ring would win. I thought God of War Ragnarok was gonna win. So I did some research and I was trying to just kind of look like you. I looked at who the cast was and I realized that like we look a little bit similar. So I was just thinking that hopefully they'd think I'm your brother or something. But when Elden Ring won, I was like not nervous. I was just thinking of what to do. But I just walked up and did the same thing.
Wait, so what was your plan if you
That's Kratos. I'm sorry, that's not Kratos, that's Atreus. That's the actor that played Atreus.
Yeah, if we won,
Same
what was your
thing.
plan?
I was gonna do the same thing.
Dude, I know. I saw
Yeah,
you
I
at
was
the
there.
Game Awards. I was so confused.
Here it is. This is it.
Thank you so much.
There he is. That's him.
Hey, Matan. You know, real quick, I want to thank everybody and say that I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi, Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
What the fuck? I guess he's making a comeback. Damn, I'm good, bro. I got a good memory. Holy shit. I'm so good. I need a medal for that shit. I had to do some fucking research there, bro. Bro, I'm so good. I'm so good. I feel like I'm missing something. Ah! Didn't mean to do that. I'm missing something. That is 15 minutes? We got enough time. Oh! That's who's voting.
So right now the polls are open and it's up to New York City to decide whether they're giving a Democratic Socialist the keys to America's largest city and the financial capital of the world.
Joining us now with his final push on this busy election day this morning, New York City mayoral candidate Andrew Cuomo. Governor, in the last 24 hours, President Trump said, vote for Andrew Cuomo. What does that do for your campaign? What message does that send to Republicans?
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It's an important message because it's a three-way race. It's myself.
How long has New York been? How long has New York been blue? It has been blue since 1988. So if Cuomo gets into office, it'll be the first Republican governor or mayor. I don't know what he's going to be there, but he'll be the first one that has run the state since 1988. Since 1984. In 1984, was Ronald Reagan carried the state.
The Democratic Socialist, Mamdani, and there's a Republican named Curtis Lewa. And Curtis Lee was a spoiler. There was no chance.
I wonder who's leading.
But
right
he
now.
can make Mamdani a winner. So President Trump saying to the Republicans, don't vote for Sliwa, you're wasting your vote. That could be very helpful. because if they don't vote for Sliwa, they would vote for me.
What do you say to the Republicans that say Sliwa's probably not going to win if you believe the polls, so I'm just going to stay home?
It's the
But
mayor.
then Donald Trump comes out, and many Republicans live for whatever Donald Trump says. And when he's telling them to go vote for you, maybe they will go out. What's the reason a Republican should get out of bed, should leave their house, should leave the office and go vote for you?
Yeah, well, President Trump, President Trump is pragmatic. He is telling them the reality of the situation, which is if you do not vote, Mamdani is going to win. Who is Mamdani? I don't know, but he's a democratic socialist. He'll bring socialism to New York City. New York City will not thrive with a socialist economy, anti-law and order, decriminalize prostitution. So Republicans, you have to get up and come out and vote, even if you're not voting for a Republican.
I don't really think that's a bad thing to decriminalize prostitution. It would actually help out a lot of these workers, if more than anything, because they're just doing it now anyway, because even if it's illegal, they're still doing it. If they decriminalize prostitution, the state could tax that. We can get money from that. That's not a bad thing. I'm sorry. Like, not to mention it would give more protections to, those workers as well. Like, I don't see anything wrong with that.
You're voting to save.
Now I want to see criminals that do bad things get locked up. But as far as I'm concerned, like what a woman does with her own body, that's her business.
This election is not about Democrat, Republican. It's about saving the city. And that is not being overly dramatic. Mamdani is a real socialist. He's not a dress-up socialist.
He calls himself that.
He is a government controls the means of... Yes. Oh, no, but a radical form of socialism, right?
I think the people just know what they want now. They're not dealing with this pick the left or the right hand, either way they're shit. People are just tired of that. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. It sounds like they're going to pick whoever's going to have the interest of the public in their best interest. They're tired of voting against their own best interest. That's genuinely what it feels like. Instead of taking to social media, people that actually have brains are just like, I'm going to ignore social media and vote on somebody who might have my best interest. Who knows? We'll see.
Government should control the means of production. There should be no private ownership of real estate. The NYPD is wicked and corrupt and a threat to public safety. Abolish jails. This is really...
That's bad. That's bad. I don't like that at all. You can't build an advanced society in anarchy.
An extremist philosophy that just won't work for New York City. And that's what a Republican should care about, right?
So,
put the party aside for a second and vote for the city.
So, Governor, I hear the point that you're making. This audience is they're aware of Mamdani. We've been covering him for months and what he stands for. But what do you say to the Republicans that have concerns about how you handled the pandemic, no cash bail, and some of the things that took place in the nursing home as well? Will you apologize to those voters? Because that's something that can change this election.
That makes sense. He's the former mayor. I was wondering why it said former. So he fucked up in a prior, he fucked up prior to this. I wouldn't have put all my ducks in a row on him. That was dumb.
What do you say to those Republicans?
Yeah, well, if you were in New York, we've had that conversation now for 2 years. And look,
that doesn't just make it go away. Just so you're aware, just because you've had that conversation for 2 years doesn't just make it magically disappear. It's still a very real concern.
I was a Democratic governor for 11 years. First of all, as governor, it's different than New York City. New York State is about 50-50 Democratic Republican, right? We've had Republican governors. I had a Republican Senate. So I worked with Republicans all that time as governor. New York City's true blue.
Who is red and who is blue here?
The state is mixed. And on the COVID situation, there have been numerous investigations of that. We've gone all through it. We followed all the federal rules. We did nothing wrong. Of course, we lost 80,000 people. The nation lost 1.2 million people. It was horrific. It was horrific. But everyone did the best that they could.
Zorhan is Democrat.
People realize
Why
that
not just
now.
say I'm sorry, Governor? Why not just tell the
See, even that's why this guy is so
victims'
based.
family.
That guy is so based. Even now, he won't even admit that he was in the wrong by apologizing. It says so much about this guy's character. I wouldn't trust him even if he was blue or red or whatever. I wouldn't trust him either.
Look, it was a pandemic. We were going through a tough time. I was learning on the job certain things, but I'm sorry you lost your loved one. That would help a lot for a lot of those people.
I have said that numerous times. I have said
Bro, his eyes say everything.
I have
He's like, no, you didn't.
said that numerous times. I have said exactly that. New York had it first and worst. Nobody knew what we were dealing with. I had the best health experts from around the globe giving us advice. We followed the best advice. We followed the federal guidance. And people died in a horrific way. There were no visitors allowed into nursing homes. And I apologize for any family that lost a loved one during that time. It was on my watch. And I understand how terrible it was.
Yeah, we really were first and worst. I remember calling my family down in South Carolina saying, Mom and Dad, do not go to that party. You don't understand what's happening here. Y'all need to stay away from your friends right now and stay at home. People are losing their loved ones. My doormen, many of them lost like their dad, their mom. It was really sad. Janice Dean lost both of her in-laws because of the nursing home situation. It was a really hard time for New York, and we were the first. What do you say to the people who can't afford to pay their bills here in New York, Governor? Because we know how Mom died.
You know what's crazy is that Fox has really kind of come together. I'm happy to see Fox ask questions like that because that's what Americans are concerned about. Fox
feels about the billionaires.
Yeah, now like 5 years ago, I never would have touched Fox News. I am shocked they've come this far. They really have changed.
About our police officers, about the Jewish community. Many of them are voting for you because of what he said about Israel. But what do you say when people are going to go vote for him today because free grocery stores, free buses, rent stabilized, corporate tax is going to go up. Many of the people who can't afford to live here don't own a business, so it doesn't affect them. No bonuses for the rich bankers.
The thing is like a lot of people that own businesses, they're not gonna set up shop in a place where the taxes are higher. So that's gonna hurt people more than it's gonna help people. I'm going to tell you that right now. That just means that if CVS wanted to make a new store, they wouldn't make it in New York. That doesn't help anybody. That is an elected person going against somebody's own best interest. It may seem good, but it's not. Especially whenever you're letting more criminals out. Think about that. If your store, 95% of its products are locked up in security cages, and you're shutting down stores, which is a big problem in New York right now as we speak. And you own a CVS and all of your product is locked up behind security cages. And the elected officials in that state keep allowing these criminals that get caught stealing all this stuff. They keep allowing them to get released, and then they hike up the taxes to your business, and you have to shut down simply because you could no longer afford to be there because all of your product is being stolen. That is a government that is acting against your own best interest. If you just sit down and think about, and you break that down from the end point to the beginning, you realize that is not going to help you at all. Especially not whenever you have policies that want to catch and release most criminals. That's not going to work.
And if you make $1 million or more, you're going to pay 2%. They might say, that's great. I don't make $1 million, so that's going to help me.
Yeah.
What's really going to happen
those were
is there's also there's going to be companies that write some of that stuff off on their taxes whenever they donate to charities just to stay underneath that amount. And then what they'll do is they'll claim it back on taxes. That's exactly what they'll do.
I call them the TikTok promises that he put forth in the primary. None of them are real. The mayor is going to freeze the rent. People think it means he's going to freeze their rent. No, 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 no. First of all, the mayor has no ability to freeze anybody's rent. No legal ability. It's done by an independent board that is term appointed, and then it's only for about 25% of the housing units, called the rent stabilized units. So it will have no consequence. It will never happen. We're going to have a government-owned grocery store, one in each borough. We have 16,000 grocery stores. 5 grocery stores are not going to make a difference. Free buses. It's not up to the mayor, it's up to the state. State said they're not going to do it. It's all BS. It's all campaign rhetoric. None of it will change anybody's life.
Governor, I know Columbus Day is safe with you, so you made that clear in the past. So that's
crazy. Yeah, they're kind of cooked, aren't they? They kind of cooked themselves. I think that both the officials that are trying to run for, I'm not a big fan of this guy. He gives me like like a creep vibe. I'm not really feeling him, especially not from his prior past. I don't really think either one of them is worth a shit, to be quite frank. I think that New York just got handed the pick between two evils category again. Kind of garbage. I'm not gonna lie. All right, boys. Let's get it.
Who works at the county jail get booked into it as a result of her insane.
I think Americans are going to follow that. America needs all these older politicians. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, and I absolutely believe you that that's literally the only reason why they're there. That's why most of them are still holding seats. Because a lot of these corporations, they put money and invest in money into the individual seat holders, like the governors and stuff, so that way they could make more money. That's the reason why you've got some of these politicians making millions whenever their income should only be like a couple $100,000. Of course, between the insider trading and the companies just lining their pockets, of course they're going to make decisions against us. Why wouldn't they? It's obvious. That's the America we live in now. That's why a lot of people don't agree with term limits on these sitting members of Congress, but there should be term limits. You know why? Because if a new person were to get into office and that person didn't agree with prior policies, the likelihood of a corporation lining his pockets are next to none. So how is a term limit bad whenever the people that are running the country already don't know what the fuck they're doing? Because that seems to be the only thing that I keep getting thrown at is, well, the thing is like we shouldn't have term limits, because if you have somebody that knows what they're doing and it's like, but the government's been shut down now for 35 days. Tomorrow will be the 36th day. It'll be the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. We have illegal immigrants everywhere. We have no ability to afford our rent, much less a house. We have jobs that barely want to pay us and take all our money from the grocery stores. But you want to sit here and tell me that they know what they're doing? No. There needs to be term limits. Period. No questions asked. At the very least, it'll get these people that have been in there for years, who are getting paid by Walmart, to no longer act in Walmart's best interest on a policy. Term limits can never be a bad thing. They can only be good, especially in the current state of affairs with the U.S. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. The sooner we come to terms with that and we accept the change that's coming, the better off we'll be as a society. Okay. Check out Midwest Safety. Midwest Safety W. Midwest Safety! Ruh-roh. What happened?
You're about to see a Karen who works at the county jail get booked into it as a result of her insane behavior.
What's going on, guys?
She's
brake checked me, trying to make it look like it's my fault when this girl literally almost caused me a car crash all the way on the intersection. I'm driving behind her. Literally, she kept going in front of me. I'm like trying to get away from her. She brake checked me. I'm already over here trying to get over to the side so she doesn't hit me.
I know I already called dispatch. I know you guys are already on the phone with 911 trying to report her, and they heard the accident over the phone. So I understand.
Yeah, I even have this guy that
Oh, bro, what a dumbass. She actually did that? Oh, bro, she cooked herself.
Like, yeah, you can even tell the cops to call us. I have his number.
Yeah,
like,
I'll need that.
Why did she start the vehicle?
Car is like my door won't even open.
Are you the driver?
Yeah.
Can you give me your license, registration, and insurance?
Really?
Can I have your license?
Really? Really?
Ma'am, I need your light. Can you step out?
Bro, we're already, bro, we're on a good start. Oh, man. Oh, we're on a good start. Let's go.
Vehicle.
Let's go.
Hey, she's not providing information, not stepping out of the vehicle, Sarge.
What's that?
She's not getting out.
Run the tag, see if she's the registered owner.
Bravo Hotel 2. It's on a red and color Ford Taurus.
While the officer runs the suspect's information in his squad, the suspect flings her door open and confronts the other officers.
The officer with the bald head, what's his name?
Sergeant Lodwick.
He's over here. So can you please come over here, please? Thank you. No.
You're involved in a crash. You're involved in a crash.
No, I don't.
You can't just shut the door, okay?
No,
You can talk to whoever you want.
I don't want you to open my door.
You can't shut the door.
No, I said no.
It doesn't matter what you say, stupid ass. They're telling you that they need your information, and if you refuse to give it, then you're going to jail where you belong. Preferably in a padded room where you can rock back and forth and say no all day.
No, I said no. I said no.
We need your license.
I said no. I work in the jail. I know my rights. I said no. Back up.
Put your hands on me. You're going to go to
Okay, back up. Back
You're
up.
Go to jail. You put your
Back
hands on
up
me.
and get off my property. Back
You're
up.
going to go to jail if you put
Back
your hands on
up and get off my property.
Ma'am.
Back up
Off
and
your
get off my
property.
property.
You're on a public roadway, you bimbo. What are you talking
Back
about?
up and get off. I work in the jail.
No one gives a shit where you work at.
Jail, you know what we can do.
Back up and get off my property.
You have to do this.
No, you're not doing shit. You're wasting my AC and my gas. Back up and
You're
get
wasting
back.
your own AC and your own gas because you turned your car on.
I know him. Get back. Get back. Otherwise, I would have opened the fucking window. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. Hello?
That's it. You can't.
Yeah, she just pushed him. She just pushed him.
Hit the camera.
I didn't hit anything.
Yeah, you did.
No, I
warned
didn't.
you not to do that.
I didn't hit
Get out of the car.
Yep, nope, nope, now you're done. You're done. You dumbass.
Get out of the car.
Stop.
Get out of the car.
Stop! No, you're getting arrested.
Ludwig! Ludwig!
You just step out.
Ludwig!
Oh, cry. Oh. Oh. Oh, I love them tears.
You're gonna go to the ground. Step out, or you're gonna go to the ground. Step out, or you're gonna go to the ground. Step out, or you're gonna go to the ground.
You're hurting me!
Hey, make sure step out and step out of the vehicle.
Ludwig!
Step out. You're gonna get tased. You're gonna get tased. Step out.
Ludwig!
Step out.
Ludwig, I didn't do nothing!
You're gonna get tased.
Tase her! Tase her! Tase her! Tase her until she drools into the grass. Please!
Stop!
No one's gonna fall for your fucking puppy dog tears. Suck it up.
That crazy bitch! Shut the f*** up, Kaylee.
Step out. Step out. You can step out now. All right, there you go.
There you go. Look at that. Hot damn.
Give me your hands. Give me your hands.
Oh. That might have worked when you were 5, but now that you're a full-grown adult and you have to handle the real world, prepare to handle it.
Crazy ass
Give me your hand.
That's kind of sad that those like younger 2 girls over there are acting more like adults than this dumbass is. Like you can tell who was sheltered in this world, huh?
Get tighter, okay?
Get me up inside!
Get up here.
Roll over on your side. Roll over on your side. There you go. Sit up.
Ludwig!
Now stand up. Stand up.
What is she saying?
Sit up.
Ludwig!
Now stand up. Roll over on your side. There you go. Sit up.
Ludwig!
She's saying Ludwig. Like the damn owl from Harry Potter. I thought
stand
that's
up.
what she was saying.
Stand up.
She expect the damn owl to come and save her or something?
Walk back there. This way.
Stop! 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 Okay. Okay, stop. I didn't do anything.
You did. You actually assaulted a police officer. Well, she worked for the jail. Now she'll be in the jail.
Stop, stop, stop. Get in. Sit down. Sit down. You're going to get tased again. You're going to get tased again. Get in the car. I got her. Sit down in the car. We'll talk, but sit down. You need to sit down in the car. You're going to get tased. Sit down in the car and we'll talk. Put your feet in. Put your feet in. Put your feet in. You need to put your feet in.
I guess that's his name is Ludwig?
Doing this all yourself, okay? So I need you to put your feet in right now.
Ludwig, come on, Ludwig. I didn't do anything, Ludwig.
But you did. It's all caught on camera. It doesn't matter what you say.
Put your feet in.
I'm so happy that cop was just zero tolerance with that. The minute she shoved him, he was just like, oh, yep, no, we're going to jail now. It's a good day. It's a good day, boys.
Put your feet in and we will talk. Put your feet in and we will talk.
Who's your sergeant?
I am the sergeant. I'm trying to talk to you.
But you know me.
I need you to put your feet in.
Ludwig!
Put your feet in the car.
Talk through the window. Put the
I
window
know
down.
you.
That's what I'm going to do. Put your feet in the car and we'll talk through the window.
You know me and I know you. I didn't do anything wrong. These girls came up on me and they were racing me and they
We'll work through it,
smashed
but I
into
need you to put your feet in the car. We'll work through it, but put your feet in the car.
home to my kids.
He's smiling, dude. He's smiling.
But put your feet in the car. All right?
No, because
Just the baby want a bottle. Want a little nappy. Want a pacifier.
That window down.
Can I tell you something?
No, you
No, you can sit in the goddamn car.
I have my period and I don't have a tampon.
I don't care. Put your feet in the car. We're not worried. All right, we're not worried about that right now.
Because when I got
All right,
tased.
you're going to get tased again if you don't put your feet in the car.
No.
Well, then put your feet in.
Come on.
Not doing this.
Ludwig.
You're going to get tased again. Put your feet in the car.
He's stepping back.
Anything wrong, Ludwig.
All right.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, you did, actually. What's crazy is that if she had just tried to play this off, she might have been okay, but when she pushed the cop, that's where things got bad.
Put your feet in, we'll talk. Put your feet.
I can't do it.
Thank God. Holy Jesus.
Yeah, I got to call lieutenant.
You can't take me to jail. I f***ing work there, you motherfuckers. You gotta be f***ing kidding me.
Tara, do you need an ambulance? Do you need an ambulance, Tara?
Yeah.
Yeah? So what's your complaint? Why do you want to see an ambulance?
I don't know, you're offering something.
Well, I am
Yes.
offering, so...
Yes.
Okay, what do you need? I have to tell them what you need it for.
I can't breathe. And I don't like to be restrained.
Gotta get rescued,
Nobody likes to be restrained. Nobody likes to get a job either, so suck it the fuck up and deal with it.
Go in her passenger glove box and try to find me her insurance information for her.
I don't have any, so don't bother.
You don't have insurance? Yeah, go look.
I don't have...
There it is. Look at that.
Officer Ludwig!
I hope those two girls sue the piss out of that bitch. I hope they garnish her wages. I do.
Sergeant! Sarge!
Morning. Looking for insurance.
Stop! Don't put the window up on me! That's not even f***ing funny, bro! I work at the f***ing jail, bro! That's f***ing funny, you're on camera! That's
I'm not laughing, but you're screaming and yelling.
Smile on your face, and I know him personally.
Okay.
So that's gonna look bad on
What has that gotten you so far? Have you stopped to think for 5 seconds? What has that gotten you? That's gotten you nowhere just because you know him. That hasn't gotten you shit. Just because you work at the jailhouse hasn't gotten you anywhere. That doesn't mean anything.
you. You got a smile like f***ing Jasper on your face.
I'm not smiling.
Well, then you got a serious, ugly face.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
No fucks given, bro. What a fucking Chad.
There's no insurance.
What the f***? I didn't do anything! Literally, I have pictures of her going in and out of the lanes.
Yeah.
Like, actually, I don't know what she was doing. I tried to get away. I
to him or email those photos to him?
I love that these two girls are going to be able to drive away from this. I love that for them. I'm so happy for them.
So he could put them in the heaven.
I can get an Axon link ready for them now.
Yeah, if you could do that.
Were you the one driving?
Yes.
What's your first name?
Kaylee.
Kaylee? Okay, were you guys in a rush to go anywhere? Because we're going to have someone bring a statement for you guys, because we had to use force, so we have to do some paperwork now.
Paperwork. Some paperwork is an understatement, dude. The amount of paperwork they're going to have to do on that freaking lady is going to be abysmal.
What you guys saw from start to finish.
I'm detained or I'm arrested. Which one is it?
Under arrest.
Huh?
Under arrest.
Yeah, you're not even being detained. You're under arrest for assaulting a police officer, moron.
What the f am I under arrest for?
You're under arrest for resisting without violence, resisting with violence, battery on a law enforcement officer
That
times
doesn't
2.
even make any f***ing sense, first of all. And what else?
Battery on law enforcement.
Battery?
Yeah.
I didn't hit anybody.
It's on camera.
It doesn't matter. You touch them. You can't just walk up and touch a police. You can't just walk up to somebody and touch them. It doesn't even have to be inappropriate. If you walk up and touch somebody and they didn't consent to that, it's battery. And for example, assault, you don't even have to touch somebody to assault somebody. Like,
I didn't hit anybody. I'm not stupid. Hello?
there it is.
You can fight it in court.
Do you need anything from these guys?
Ludwig.
Do you need anything from them?
Ludwig.
Do you need anything from them?
No, I'm talking to you.
Do you need anything from them?
I'm talking to you.
You guys are good to go.
Ludwig!
Alright, so this one's going to be hers. This is yours. Just write basically whatever you guys think pertains to whatever happened. Like from the start to finish.
If you would.
23.
How long does it take for, like, a police officer?
To go through school? Yeah. It's like 6 months for the academy, and then...
Yeah, she's hardcore flirting, dude. Oh, damn.
Alright guys, here's your information back.
They're going to be sticking around until they finish the statements anyway.
Okay. I get that a lot. She was found at fault for the accident, and speaking with the third-party independent witness, as well as...
Damn, somebody witnessed it! She's fucked! She's so fucked! Oh my god, dude, she's fucked!
Talking to 911 dispatch about what happened, I found her at fault for basically brake checking you guys and causing the accident.
Yeah, we even have pictures even before she did this. Like, she was literally going in between lanes. Like,
yeah, he said he got them. He's gonna upload them to evidence. So this is your driver's exchange of information. It's got your information.
Bro, that means they're gonna tack on more charges. They can charge her with reckless driving, and she doesn't have insurance, so that's another one right there.
Information, everything you needed. All you got to do is call your insurance company, let them know she does not have insurance.
she's
No
so
insurance.
dumb.
So here's
That's
that.
crazy.
After the victims finish their
I hope they sue the piss out of her and garnish her wages. I hope they ruin that stupid ass. I hope they ruin this dumb bitch's life. I do. Someone like this don't need to be out in society.
statements, the suspect is transported to the
You
hospital.
can't even control yourself long enough to get from point A to point B in a car. You don't need to be driving metal. You don't need to be driving shit.
Medical clearance.
Woe is me. Stop playing the victim card. It's not working here. Cops have to play with the professional victim constantly. It don't work.
All right, step out.
They're immune to it.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I can...
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? You hear that? You hear that?
All right, step out.
Piggy's coming to eat. Piggy's coming to eat.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I can walk.
Okay, then walk.
I can walk. Let go. You're hurting me. You're hurting. You're fucking hurting me.
Even after getting medical clearance, the suspect still isn't finished with her behavior.
She is aware that every time she keeps acting up, even when she's in jail, they're just going to keep tacking on charges, right?
Tara, I'm asking you politely to get in my patrol car.
Only gonna make it worse. Come on.
Tara, I'm not telling you.
I don't want him.
I'm giving you a lawful order to get my
I feel threatened by him. I don't want him. I don't want him at all.
Go sit down.
I will. I don't want him in this car.
That's too bad. It's his car.
No, I don't. Then I want to go in a different car.
You have that option.
Tara, you gotta get some more courage. Is that what you want, really?
I don't feel comfortable.
Do you want that? Nothing's gonna happen. The camera's running the whole time.
This is not funny. He's fucking laughing.
Nobody's laughing.
He's laughing at you because you're fucking stupid. You're retarded. I'd be laughing at her dumb ass too. Sitting there acting like a fucking 5-year-old. How come it is that those two girls that were there before that looked way younger than her had their shit together and weren't acting like this, but you just can't.
Itch my face.
You got a what? Where do you want to itch?
No, I need a tissue. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to be in this car.
Too bad. It's not an option.
Stop pushing me. Stop pushing me. I will. You're pushing me.
Tara.
Because they're telling you this isn't an option. They're not asking you to sit in the car. They're telling you you're gonna sit in the car and you're gonna fucking like it with a big old smile on your head, huh?
Sit down.
Maybe make it easy for yourself.
This is fucked. You know it. This is fucked. No, I don't want to. No, I don't want it. I don't. I feel claustrophobic.
So when he gets in a car crash and you die and your kids don't have anyone,
yeah.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, I don't want it. Thank you.
That's a parent? Oh, she's got to be a shit parent. There's no way. There's no way. There ain't no way in hell this lady can control her emotions when she's disciplining her fucking kids. They need to take those kids away from her. Absolutely not. My mom was the same fucking way. Ain't no way in hell this oversized bitch could control her emotions to not discipline her kids. I don't trust that for a second.
I want to refill it. I don't want it.
There you go. You're good to go. All right.
Oh my god! The fucking Tarzan!
Me to Rock Road. St. Lucie County Jail. Not Records. Can you let the Rock know that I got a super combative subject that's kicking and screaming, and I'm gonna need assistance when I get there.
There it is.
Out now.
Too bad. Now that you're at the county jail.
I'm not taking her out. As of right now, we got 3 counts of Matt Leo, resisting without. I think she works here. She works here. She's a nurse.
Due to the suspect's erratic behavior, an officer requests for a urine sample to determine if she's under the influence.
If you refuse to take the test...
Oh, bro, maybe she is. I didn't even think of that. Maybe she's actually doing something. Maybe that's why she's so fucking panicked. Oh, bro.
1 year...
Oh, please tell me they take her kids away.
18 months if your drug privilege has been previously suspended. Refusal to submit to the test that I've requested.
I don't understand. Yeah, I need you to back up 7 chapters. I don't understand. So you want me to take a urine test, and if I don't take a urine test, I can have a misdemeanor or a felony?
Yes, ma'am. That is exactly
For what?
Well, what's funny is that they ask you so that way they could get your consent. But if the court subpoenas it, they'll just take your fucking blood, and then you'll be fucked. Straight up. You'll be fucked regardless. Just submit the... If you submit it, you will have a better chance of making a plea deal. Seriously, just submit it. If they see that you wanna cooperate and you want to do the right thing, just submit it. They'll work with you. For the love of Christ, don't fuck this up too.
For what?
Okay. So we believe that you have taken something, or that something may be in your system. We're requesting that you take a urine test so that we can determine if something is in your system.
No. I'm not taking anything.
Okay, that's all I need.
Hello?
Hi, is this Kaylee?
Yes.
Hey, it's Officer McCauley. I was just calling to see if you had the chance to upload those pictures yet.
Oh, yeah, I thought I did.
You might have to hit submit.
Yeah, I don't think... I probably didn't do that, but let me resubmit them for you right now. Sorry about that.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, they're all uploading now. Sorry about that.
Okay, yeah.
There was 2 videos.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun video to show your friends, I guess.
That's what you get, crazy bitch! Did you get it?
Yep, thank you very much.
Bro.
Thank you.
Okay, hopefully you have a better day.
Thank you, I appreciate it. You guys helped a lot.
Did you hear that, bro?
Okay, hopefully you have a better day.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
She's totally hitting on him.
You guys helped a lot.
Of course. All right, have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Ever wonder what really goes on in the mind of the person driving right next to you? Maybe they're late for work, maybe they're angry at the world, or maybe they're under the influence and ready to snap.
Bro, I hope that this lady ruined her life. I want to see what happens later. It's a shame that he didn't. Oh, wait, no, he does.
Just never know. And that's why defensive driving isn't just a skill anymore, it's a shield, because one unstable driver, one brake check, or one ego trip can turn a normal drive into a nightmare quick. What unfolds in this video shows exactly how fast a fuse can burn when someone loses control behind the wheel. When the officers arrived, they were met with a driver whose attitude told the whole story. Now the crash, that was just a symptom.
Well, you notice, like, every time they stop one of these people, that if they're hiding something, they always start going sporadic. Always.
Issue was her behavior and her mindset, the kind that turns a routine encounter into something volatile. And
I'm actually very shocked she didn't drive off whenever they hit her.
The door wasn't just non-compliance, it was a test. People like that don't want resolution, they want dominance, even when they're the ones in the wrong. Notice the moment after the officer knocked on the window, the storm in that woman was already brewing. The louder she got, the more credibility crumbled, because you can't scream about your job while acting like the very people you treat behind those walls. And this wasn't about her career, it was about entitlement. Too often people tied to law enforcement circles think that title gives them leverage. When you weaponize your occupation during a stop, it only exposes your hypocrisy, because respect has to be earned through your behavior, not claimed through a badge or ID. One brake check, one burst of arrogance can mean charges, lawsuits, and a reputation shattered. And it's proof that a bad attitude on the road doesn't just wreck cars, it can wreck lives. Defensive driving isn't weakness.
Bro, this guy is completely based. Bro, W Midwest Safety.
It's wisdom, because every day someone out there is one bad impulse away from disaster, and it's your awareness that can keep you above ground.
This suspect, Tara, was charged with felony resisting an officer with violence.
Oh, they dropped the without. Yeah, they dropped without. It was all violence.
Felony battery on a law enforcement officer, DUI damage to property, resisting without violence, reckless driving.
DUI damage to property. I guess they got their fucking answer. There it is.
And refusal to submit to DUI testing after previously having her license suspended.
So because she refused, oh my God, so not only is her license was suspended and she had no insurance on that car. So not only did she, if she had submitted to that test, she was fucked either way, because they were going to charge her with DUI. Because they would have tested her, and then they would have found the drugs in her system.
She no longer works at the county jail, and she is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
That's crazy. That's actually crazy, dude. That's crazy. You get what you deserve. Seriously. Absolutely got what you deserved, bro. Absolutely got what she deserved. We are rolling out of here. Make sure you stay safe out there. Stay away from the crazies. Have a great rest of your day. We'll be back on tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole life or their whole day. Who knows? And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Peace!
Wow.